Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was.
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck
So much balls. There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this.
Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. All right. Turn it down just a little bit. We had an interesting Smackdown today. Okay. Hello, Jonelle. Hello, Tanika. Hello, Young Boy Jay. Hello to Gabe Keith, the Restless. I'm gonna get it right. The Restless Story. Hello, how are you? Hello, Kayla. Okay, so first things first, let's get it out the way. SmackDown had some changes happen to it because of the hurricane. There were a lot of superstars who got held back in Florida. Io and Dakota were stuck there, as were Braun Strowman. Brawling Brutes, the other half of Brawling Brutes with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. And there were probably a few others who got stuck back, but because they weren't a part of the show, they were okay. But for the most part, they were covered pretty well. It looked like they took some of the stuff that they were going to be happening at Extreme Rules. They used that time to build up Extreme Rules and make sure rivalries had a little bit more heat. So Sheamus and Imperium had an interaction that led to them beating Sheamus down. Okay, that was to help build up next Friday's Intercontinental Championship challenge for the title between Gunther and Sheamus. You also had Bayley attacking Shotzi. And it looks like Raquel wasn't there either, which is why you had Bianca come out there, and that added to their rivalry. So instead of just like rewriting the whole show, he made sure that the pieces that needed to be restructured were restructured appropriately. The one that had the biggest change was, of course, obviously the Brawling Brutes. But Drew McIntyre had a match, an impromptu match, so we thought, with Theory. That ended up bringing up Gargano and Kevin out there, whom I suspected were not supposed to be a part of the show either. This led to a change in the final match of the night, the main event match, which happened to be a six-man tag team anyway. It led to this version of a six-man tag team. Triple H is pretty smart. He thought on his feet. Instead of restructuring the whole show and causing complete chaos, he only changed what he needed to, and the show still flowed appropriately. And everybody's feud that's happening on Raw, on SmackDown, going into Extreme Rules got a little bit more volatile. So I'm going to try to take you through each piece. I see y'all comments came in. I will get y'all comments up in a second. I will take you through each piece, but I had to get that out because a lot of times what happens is I'll be talking about the show and people will bring it up or interrupt as I'm talking about the show. So to keep things clear and have me let me go the way I'm going and not have a hiccup like that, I had to bring up that they were stuck. But shout out to all the people in Florida. I know that a lot of y'all have a lot of damage, water damage, wind damage, hurricane damage, period. My heart goes out to y'all, but just remember, you got your life. You can always buy new things. You can always start over, and you can't gain another life. So that's something to be grateful for. There's always a silver lining in the midst of the storm. No pun intended. All right. With all that being said, I hope all the superstars are able to go where they're supposed to go next week and make it to Extreme Rules as well, because that's a big pay-per-view right now with the way all these matches are being booked. Every match is an Extreme Rules match of some kind, which a lot of people are excited about. But we'll get into that after we finish up with SmackDown. Cool beans? Amazing. All right. Hello to everybody. Sleeping Angel says SmackDown wasn't bad. Little building towards Extreme Rules, and some people couldn't be there because of the hurricane. You see what I'm saying, babe? So that was why I started off the way that I started, because I knew people were going to come in and talk about it. So I started off the way I had to. I said it right? Okay, good, because I was struggling, babes. I was struggling hun. I really was. I was like, ooh, shit. Damn. I know what it is. I can read it, but my mouth can't say what need to be said. If that makes sense. Yep. So I'm glad I got it right. Appreciate you. But from now on, I'm gonna call you Gabe. Okay? Because I'm not gonna have nobody get me together. I'm just not. Donnie said, but Hunter made it work. He really did. It was smart. It wasn't like he had to rewrite the whole show because a few people didn't show up. He added who he needed to add to build on to the other show, which would be Raw and Extreme Rules next week. It was hella smart. I got to give it to him. He did great, which I don't expect nothing less from Triple H. So that was a good segment. I really enjoyed that. And we got to see LA Knight finally, drop this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, those are really good matches. He says, I'm good with Gabe. Okay, cool. It was rest in peace, Inoki. I knew of Inoki, but I was not I knew of him. I was aware of him, and I'm sad to hear that he passed away. So my condolences to his family and to any and all of his fans. He was older. I'm not sure if it was natural causes or what happened to him, but I hope that it was peaceful, and I hope that his family gained some peace. With all that being said, let's get into SmackDown, ladies and gents, shall we? All right, now the original schedule, which I thought I had SmackDown up here, and I did not. I don't have it up here. Oh, wow. Got to delete some of these. Now, I was supposed to do some stuff Wednesday, but I had a show I had to do Wednesday, and a lot of good stuff had to happen. I was on the Get Your podcast this past Wednesday. Shout out to Just. You guys should go check out his podcast. It's very funny. It was interesting. I loved it. Okay, but let me get these infographics up that I found. I'm gonna get these up. All right. Okay, so we kicked off SmackDown with the one match that was scheduled for SmackDown today that actually went off without a hitch, and that was Solo and the Honorary Uce, Sami Zayn versus Ricochet and Madcap Moss. fairly decent match between the four men. It was nothing really to write home about, but it was a good way to kick off the show. The best part about this match was Solo. Solo reminds me of Umaga a lot in power and in attitude, but he has the speed and agility of his brothers. So it's a scary combination, but Solo's a very dangerous wrestler. He's brutal and he's always at the ready. He thinks in the ring. It's very interesting to watch him wrestle. But you see aspects of Umaga, you see aspects of his father, and you see aspects of his brother, and you also see aspects of his cousin Roman in him. He is an amalgamation of all of them, and that is a dangerous combination in my humble opinion. With that being said, with somebody like Sami Zayn at his side, he damn near could be unstoppable, as could Sami Zayn. Now, Ricochet and Moss pretty much underestimated what these two could do. They were in Winnipeg, Canada today. And of course, the crowd was very much on Sami Zayn's side. Irregardless of him being a heel or not, he was cheered out of that building. Madcap Moss was booed to the rafters. It was freaky. All right. But ultimately, Sami Zayn and Solo was able to cause enough distraction and enough damage to beat Madcap and Ricochet. Now, there was a part in this match where Solo pretty much took out Ricochet by himself. Got it? Is that better? Yeah?
Much better.
Okay. Maybe we can turn the bed around.
It's just like it's only sit right here.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a dip there. You're going to need them boards. We need them boards. Simple as that. Anyways, Ricochet got hit in the face with a damn chair. And then he got tossed over the fucking over that ledge like he was nothing. Ricochet was out. All right. Sami Zayn was able to hit Madcap Moss. He hit him originally. What is it called? The Blue Bomb?
Blue Thunder Bomb.
The Blue Thunder Bomb. Originally, he hit him with that, which nobody ever gets pinned with that from what I saw. He then pivoted, changed his strategy, and Solo was tagged in, and Solo was the one who got the pin on Madcap Moss. And that was the end of that. All right. Later on in the night, well, we got some little tidbits in between. LA Knight kept walking, walked up to Maximum Male models, and he pretty much was just like, they was like, we know you're mad about last week, but we have something. We're going to go after those titles. And he was like, so you're going after the tag team titles? That's great. They were like, no. Nobody has had a pose in the ring for XYZ amount of time, and they're going to go after that title. And he just was like, are you serious? Like, his face just completely dropped. They decided to have their little pose off, and his sister was timing them, and it didn't really work out in their favor. Eventually, it broke their focus. They had to start all over. Later on in the night, LA Knight came up and headbutted the shit out of him right when they was getting ready to break the record. And basically, he was just like, y'all are out here posing when you should have been out there trying to get another opportunity at those titles. But you know what? It doesn't matter because this isn't for me, and I know this isn't for me. I'm done with this. And then he leaves, take off his male model belt, and he's done. LA Knight will probably return very, very soon, and I cannot wait because I fucking love LA Knight. Okay, I love him. All right, so I can't wait. Now, Los Lotharios attacked Hit Row last week when they was having a party, and this was time for some get back. So Los Lotharios came out to the ring, and you had Adonis and AJ in the ring wrestling, and this match was pretty short. Adonis is the one who got the pickup on the win, I believe it was. And that was it. I mean, I looked away for a second and they were standing there holding their arm up. So the match didn't last too fucking long. That was it. Later on in the night, we got a match between Ronda Rousey and Natalya. Ronda Rousey won that match. It was a bit chaotic between the two of them. I filmed the whole thing on my Instagram. If you want to see it, you definitely can. My Instagram is scrolling below. You can go watch the commentary. It just was a weird match between those two women. There was spots in between where it looked like Ronda wasn't catching the cue, or like Natalya, they couldn't get untangled. They couldn't catch a cue. It was a little awkward between the two of them. I was like, what is going on here? But for the most part, they was able to pull it out, and then they were able to win. Well, Ronda was able to win. Now, where the interesting part comes in is that Liv Morgan came out there with a bat. I was like, okay. Now, the bat situation got brought up by Ronda in an interview with Kayla. Kayla asked Ronda Rousey how she felt about Liv going extreme last week. And Ronda was like, so she used the kendo stick and jumped off of the top of the ring post. Good for her. She was like, I'm the baddest woman on the planet. I don't need a weapon to be bad. But you imagine, she was like, I can kill you with my bare hands. Give me a weapon and you think you're going to just walk away easy? Kayla was like, thanks. And she walked her ass up out of there, which I don't blame her. Okay? Like, bitch, don't put your hands on me. Don't touch my body. I don't wrestle. Okay? Anyways, Ronda said, imagine what I could do with a bat. So Liv got in her feelings for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I imagine this was to just kill some time, but also to add a level to their feud, which I don't mind. But it just seemed like she was mad for no reason. Because I was like, girl, she didn't really say nothing bad about you. She just didn't care that you went extreme, which is fine. You know, like I wouldn't have gave a damn. Like, but I guess she was in her feelings. She came out there with a bat. She did hit her in the stomach with the bat. And this led to just a full-on brawl between the two women. Ronda was able to get the bat away from her. She ended up throwing her over the barricade. And then they crowded around, babe.
Sorry.
They crowded around Ronda, left Liv Morgan wide open to attack. And that's all it was just an attack. It became a back and forth between both women. They were able to subdue both of them, and then it went to commercial. So they did add a layer to the fight or the feud between Ronda and Liv Morgan. So that's cool. Moving on from there, the other women's match we got was Bayley and Shotzi. Shotzi had some gear today. Now, it was new gear to me. I don't know about y'all, but it was new gear to me. She had some really cute gear on today. I just wish she would have had some boots on with it, but she had some very cute gear on. It must have been she lost her luggage or something, but the gear she had on was very cute. I liked it. All right. She came back with her her tank today. I was like, oh, we get old school face Shotzi. What's good? I was like, okay, Shots. Okay. It was cute. Her hair was nice. She had her hat. She looked nice. She came out there ready to roll. Okay. She talked a little shit about Bayley. Bayley talked a little shit about her, and while including Bianca Belair, which at the time just seemed so irrelevant to me. But now that Bianca showed up, it all makes sense. Now, if you're wondering how she got there, basically, Shotzi worked Bayley over. This was a fair fight between the two of them. They both were going back and forth. It just, The chips fell in Bayley's favor tonight. Bayley was able to best Shotzi, but I guess Bayley was upset that it wasn't a dominating thing because she ends up attacking Shotzi to hit her with a secondary rose plant. And as she tried to make an example of Shotzi with the ladder, that's when Bianca came out. Bianca came out in all blue clothes, blue lips. Sis was cute. She really looked cute. I loved her pants. Her pants was real cute. Anyway, Bianca came out there and she tried to get Liv, she tried to get Bayley out the way. She did, but Bayley was able to come back while she was getting Shotzi out of the ring. Bayley tried to rose plant her on that ladder, but Bianca was able to overcome her and almost KO'd her on it. She was able to flip herself out the ring and, scurry her little bitch ass up the ramp. So all you saw was those two arguing it out, and that's how their segment closed, with Bianca in the ring and Bayley standing at the top of the key. Now, the last match of the night, the last thing we saw before the last match was Sheamus coming out. Now, like I mentioned before, half of the superstars that were supposed to show up on SmackDown tonight were not there because they were stuck in Florida. So Sheamus was on his own to stand alone against Imperium. Now, they announced it as if the Brawling Brutes was coming out there, but they did not. Sheamus was by himself. He said what he had to say after the Brawling Brutes after Imperium said what they had to say, and then he went and took them on head on. He was able to get the drop on them a little bit, but of course, 3 is always more than 1, okay? Hold on, y'all. Wow. Anyways, so Sheamus got beat up. They beat the brakes off of that man. Held him down, and Walter was slapping the shit out of them chesticles. That milky white man turned every shade of red that you could think of. Okay? He got his ass whipped. Sheamus tried to be a big bad wolf and say, "Is that all you got?" And he did send Giovanni and Ludwig back in there, and they whipped his ass again. I said, God damn. The refs came out there to separate him and stop it. And child, poor Sheamus, him got towed up, okay? Now, the last match of the night was the main event. And it was Drew McIntyre, KO, and Johnny Gargano versus Theory and Alpha Academy. I'm sorry about it. I didn't watch all of the match. I watched the end. Towards the end is when the fun parts came in. So you had Johnny and Kevin on the outside of the ring. Drew was inside the ring with Theory. Originally, Theory tried to take Drew out, and it was able to best it. So what we saw essentially was Kevin putting Otis Lima Bean ass on the damn table, about to take him out, but Chad Gable was able to best him and stop that from happening. So as we saw, we thought that I thought that they were gonna put Kevin through the table because it looked like Kevin was getting ready to eat that table. Johnny Gargano did a DDT on Chad Gable that took Gable out, and that's when we had all the finishers happen. You had a DDT on Gable. Boom, Gable's out. You had the stunner on Otis. Otis is out. And then you had the Claymore on Theory, which was the funniest shit I had seen. It was the way his ass laid in that ring when he took that Claymore. Stiff as a board, straight up in the air. I fucking died. It was the funniest shit. Drew McIntyre got the win, and then he took a strap and whipped his ass with it, which he damn sure deserved it. Ciao. The show goes off, and that was SmackDown. SmackDown was good, Kenny. It really was. They were able to build on storylines and set things up for Extreme Rules, so it was a good show. Hello. The Rock versus Brock Lesnar Survivor Series 2002. 22. You know where you can do that? In 2K22. For sure. Right? You can download the Rock character in the WWE Creations suite. And you can play and download. And then wasn't Lesnar one of them packs, babe? Was he in one of them packs?
I don't remember.
If he
Don't
isn't,
quote me.
I'm sure somebody created him in the Creation Suite too. You can always download these people and play this. This is not happening at Survivor Series. But I mean, if that's what you want to see, you can always go back on the Peacock Network or the WWE Network, depending on where you live, and go watch one of their matches. Or you can always play it in 2K22. I'm not even trying to be funny or crack a joke. I'm being dead serious because this is a dream. If you think that this is happening at Survivor Series and Rock's Black Adam is getting ready to come out, he got a whole promotion tour he got to go on. He's not going to have the time. And he has to be insured to do it. So this isn't happening. Babe. Wishful thinking, but it's not happening. It wasn't sloppy, but it was all over the place. It was weird. I didn't like it. He's referring to Ronda's match with Natalya. Hello, Aaliyah. She'd be like, beat that boy with a bat. Smack. I can't. I just want to mention how the bat bounced off the barricade and landed in the ring. I mean, okay. The girls were definitely fighting. They were. It was new gear. Okay, it was cute. I love Shotzi's gear. I thought Shotzi's gear was different. It was different for her, but it looked good on her. I really liked it. The tank is back. I almost cried a little. She looked great. Chest became hamburger meat tonight. They damn sure tried, child. You know how Triple H puts stuff into our faces. I have 2 ideas of teams for War Games. I was about to say theory, but I stopped myself. Okay, well, let's hear it. White chocolate chip, vodka, cookies, bacon. Interesting. How was Smackdown? It was good, Kenny. Tea was good, Lady Kenny. Lesnar's in the game. Okay, cool. Then you can go ahead, boot that shit up and get you a Rock Creation Suite character. Download it and play it that way. You can have the arena set up like Survivor Series, the whole gag. Bianca, Asuka, Candice, Alexa, and Shotzi, my personal prediction for Babyface team in War Games. Well, we haven't even gotten past Extreme Rules yet. So let's get past Extreme Rules. War Games is all the way in November on the 26th. More than a month away. So it's 2 months away almost. So let's focus on the one that's actually next week. Extreme Rules is next week. Let's stay in that range. Because if we don't, then go off the rails and it's unnecessary. So speaking of Extreme Rules, what is this? Oh, wow. That's interesting. I did not know Bliss had jewelry. I looked on the WWE website and she's got jewelry up there. It's interesting. Interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's start off with the Extreme Rules matches. Again, we must run it back. And that's how Triple H books far ahead. I haven't seen Triple H mention anything about Extreme Rules matches or any of the storylines heading into Extreme Rules. As far as I know, the pay-per-views he's booked that have already starting to be booked are Crown Jewel and Extreme Rules and Halloween Havoc if you count NXT. So he's not that far ahead. He's not. If he is, we're not that far ahead. So that's why I said, like, relax. We'll get to Extreme Rule. We'll get to War Games when we need to. But right now, we're focusing on the pay-per-views that are happening immediately. Extreme Wars. I actually really excited for Extreme Rules. This is the first time I've been excited for Extreme Rules. Okay, Team Theory with him, Otis and Gable versus team of Drew McIntyre, KO, and Johnny Gargano. That's a waste of an Extreme Rules of a War Games. I'm gonna be honest, it's a waste of a War Games. I hate it. I feel like I don't want to watch Alpha Academy in the fucking cage. I'd rather watch Bloodline go up against Drew and Johnny Gargano and Kevin, and then they can pick a fourth. I don't know who that could be, but they can pick a fourth. But Extreme Rules is about to be the best Extreme Rules pay-per-view produced by WWE. I stand by Clash at the Castle being one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in the last couple of years. And I will die on that hill until Extreme Rules is completed. Clash at the Castle is my number one, right next to WrestleMania. It just is. Ain't nobody buying that gangrene jewelry. Ooh. Not as gangrene. Is that how it's spelled? Gangrene, but that was pretty close. Right. Survivor Series is about to blow it out the water. If it does, congratulations to Survivor Series. But until then, Clash at the Castle is my guy. It just is what it is. It was a waste. It is a waste, but we got Cora and Mandy in the War Games. It's the realm of possibilities. It was the realm of that's all they had. War Games at NXT last year was done because that was tradition. It wasn't done because it was needed or because those were the best people that can be in it. That's all they had. So they didn't really have anybody else. No, not pay-per-view of the year. I'm just saying the best out of all the Extreme Rules pay-per-views there have been. Okie dokie. No props. So next Friday, you're gonna have this match between Gunther and Sheamus. Is for the Intercontinental Championship, and then that following night, the Donnybrook match is gonna happen. More than likely, Gunther is probably gonna go into that match as the Intercontinental Champion. If he doesn't, I'll be fucking shocked. All right, you're gonna have the Brawling Brutes going up against Imperium in a Donnybrook match. Okay, next match on the card is the strap match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross. They gave their promos tonight. Well, Drew McIntyre pretty much physically showed Karrion Kross where he was at, and Karrion cut a beautiful promo today, to which led me to the video. I finally got to see one of these QR codes. So I was so excited that I finally got to see one of these fucking codes. Okay, I was so goddamn upset that everybody saw it but me. I was the only one who didn't get to see this shit. I was so mad. I'm like, why don't I see any of this? Then I realized they put it in usually around segments that I don't pay attention to. So I happened to be watching it. I was paying attention and it flickered and I caught it. And I'm going to play the video for y'all so y'all can see what it is. But first I got to upload it because I'm not prepared. I'm never really prepared. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I really am. I'm working on it. All right. So they got the video uploaded, and I'm going to show y'all the video that played during the segment with Carrion and Scarlett. That was it. That was the video. Now, some people have deciphered the code in this video. A lot of people think that this video means Husky Harris as a callback to Bray Wyatt's older character and original character in the E when he was a part of Nexus. It creeped me out. Bray Wyatt's a creepy individual, but he's a very creative, creepy individual. I'm not sure what it means. Honestly, I have no idea what it means. But I know that every week we've gotten a new clue, and a lot of them. And then there was another clue that popped up on the show right behind Corey and Michael that said, revel in something. Let me see if I can find it in my videos since I kept most of my videos today. Hold on a second. Brandy said, well, Leah said Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. That's my dream choice, but they're gonna do what they want. I mean, they could if that's what they wanted to do. For sure. Rico said Carrion looks tired in this render. Shadows. Shadows do wonderful and annoying things. There's Morse code. I don't know what it means, though. I don't know what it means either. I'm not trying to decipher it. Bray Wyatt fans have the bluest of balls right now. Very much so. Hello, Brandy. Hello. All right. So I'm going to try and find this fucking video. Hurry up tight, y'all. I shall return.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. Listen my da. Listen that All of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches they hugging. Toxic. You a damn drug. Toxic. If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did. The heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring.
Anyways, I can't find it. It said rebel in something, and I can't find what it said. So I know I'm not crazy though. Anyways, they held the sign up behind Michael and Corey for about 5, maybe 6 seconds, and then the man walked away. So it was a big fucking sign. It was black with white letters. You can clearly see it behind Michael and Corey. I might go back and pull it up on WWE. I mean on Hulu, because I have it recorded. So, any whoosies, Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre are going to be in a strap match, which is why we saw the strap today. Not that kind of strap. Get your mind out the gutter. Okay? Gross. Not that kind of strap.
Oh.
They saying it was the sign is a line Bray used to say at FCW. I'm okay with that. I don't know what the sign said. That's what I'm stuck on. It don't really matter that Bray Wyatt said it or not. All these signs seem to be leading to him, or at least that's what y'all keep telling me. So, okay. I think it said Rebel in the World or something to that effect. No, it wasn't Rebel in the World. AJ3 said, revel in what you are. Thank you. That is what it said. I couldn't remember what it said, but appreciate it. All right. So moving on. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle are going to fight it out in a fight pit at Extreme Rules. And we all saw how volatile Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey can get. So hopefully this will translate over into Extreme Rules. The girls were definitely fighting today. So hopefully they'll be fighting next Saturday when we watch Extreme Rules. Their match is a traditional Extreme Rules match. Anything goes. The only way you can win is by pinfall or submission, but you are allowed to use weapons. There's no disqualification. There is no count out. It is a free-for-all. Well, it essentially is a free-for-all. You can do whatever you want outside of killing each other. So we'll have to wait and see how the girls pull that one out. For Bianca and Bayley, it's a little bit different. While, yes, it's an Extreme Rules, this match is a ladder match. Now, Bayley has been involved in some form of a ladder match. She's been inside Money in the Bank. Bianca, on the other hand, has not been involved in any form of ladder match. Every time Money in the Bank comes around that Bianca's been on the main roster, she either was embroiled in a feud or she hadn't been brought in yet. Early on, Bianca was not included in the Money in the Bank scramble, which I didn't understand. Well, yeah, she wasn't included in that. The first year that she was there, she should have been. That'd have been fun to put Bianca in there. But anyway, Bianca usually around the time of Money in the Bank is champion. If she's not champion, she's getting ready to be champion. So Bianca is always not a part of Money in the Bank because of those circumstances. Well, because of those circumstances. So she hasn't been a part of a ladder match per se. Has she used the ladder? Yes, she has. We've seen her use it inside Hell in a Cell. So Bianca is capable. We'll just have to wait and see how this works out in her favor, because right now the odds are in Bayley's favor. She is the odds-on favorite going into this match, despite Bianca being the champion. While Bianca, it would be the resounding favorite, Bayley is the one that has the advantage in this particular match. I'll let y'all in on who's going to win. Go listen to the podcast and you'll hear all of our predictions on the podcast. But Bayley and Bianca are in a ladder match next week at Extreme Rules. Following up, I think this is the last matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Final match of the night at Extreme Rules more than likely will be Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but there seems on the horizon, there seems to be some plans in focus for Finn, which is probably why I don't know. I'm going to leave it open-ended and let y'all tell me who y'all think is going to win in these matches. But for the most part, more than likely, Edge is going to go over on Finn because he's gone through each member of Judgment Day with the exception of Rhea Ripley. She's the only one he hasn't been able to get next to. He has beaten Damian Priest. He beat the hell out of Dominic. And Finn's the only one left that he can actually physically fight. Okay, Kayla. Thanks, Kayla. All right. So there you have it. That is the booking for Extreme Rules. All the matches in Extreme Rules are extreme. They all have an extreme stipulation of some kind, which you gotta love that. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It is going to be next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. They start at 7 when it comes to the kickoff show. If you want to listen to the panel of the WWE analysts, you definitely could. Me personally, I generally don't listen to that. I feel like this Donnybrook match is probably going to be on the kickoff show. And it might be just like the best match of the night. But, you know, Wednesday I was going to do my SBC chat, but I had to leave to do this show. So there was one thing that I didn't get to show during the Freestyle Wednesday. So on Twitter, somebody named Winn-Dixie Sports alluded to Wendy Chu being an adult child versus an off-brand Naomi. Naomi saw this and she tweeted back. Naomi said, and I quote, "Absolutely not. Lash is in her own lane. I'm very proud of her and I look forward to her growth and success. Please stop comparing us Black women for the wrong reasons." Now, this is a conversation that needs to be had, okay? It needs to be had. I think it's going to be a good pay-per-view. I agree. Question, what's the name of your podcast? Podcast name is here right at the bottom. It's down for the count, babes. On Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you can look for us to listen to, you can find us. All right. Guillermo Alejandro. Kind regards from Mexico. Hi, Guillermo. Welcome. And thank you. I hope you are having a wonderful night in Mexico. I'm glad that I get to reach you internationally, love. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. I really do. Not on Rico said, "Oop, Tiffy going international, baby." Well, I've had people from the UK come into my lives before. So I'm not necessarily surprised, but Mexico's a new one. So I appreciate that 100%. Now let's get into this conversation. Okay. Now, some of y'all may not want to have this conversation. You're free to move about the cabin if that is the case. There are plenty of other channels on YouTube who are talking about SmackDown and going to give you a full play-by-play of what went down. Me, I don't have anything else to say about SmackDown, so we're going to talk about some of the other things that we've come across on the internets. All right? And when I get ready to get into the messiness stuff, I will let you guys know. Take a quick break so everybody can leave, or you can go get you a snack and come on back. Okay? Now, this is going to end our wrestling segment, so let's get into it. Naomi makes a very big point. Every time a black wrestler, female wrestler, and a black male wrestler as well comes into the E, they are constantly compared against each other, and it's usually for the wrong reasons. Naomi is always the bar by which everybody is measured, but that has changed since Bianca has come into the E. Bianca and Naomi are at the pinnacle. They're two sides of the same coin, but two different ascensions in the WWE. Naomi is still one of the best, if not the best, female superstars in that company. Athleticism, ring work, just the whole nine. Everybody she wrestles, she elevates. She went up against Charlotte earlier this year. Bomb-ass match. It was a banger of a match. Clean match. Everything you was watching, it was good. It's always good between those two, and I was glad that it was on television. But they need to expand on Charlotte and Naomi and use Charlotte to put Naomi over, as they have done countless of others who, in my opinion, could have waited, to be real with you. But this kind of tweet right here is some bullshit. Now, if I had to say it, that Liv Morgan was a dirty version of Trish Stratus with half the charisma and minimal of the wrestling capability, motherfuckers would be on my neck. The mere fact that I didn't praise her last week for jumping off the top of that ring post into Lacey Evans, I got flagged for that. And I'm like, Jesus, like, am I supposed to give her praise for that? Like, she did something she was supposed to do. You want to send a message? Send the fucking message. This message ain't to me. The message ain't to me, babes. I was like, good for you. I hope it works out for you. Lash Legend is her own character. She's her own person. It is unfair to call her off-brand Naomi. You make it so that she can't create her own space. And that's not fair. Because you guys always touting how you want the women to advance, but no, you want your favorites to advance. You don't want to see people like Lash at the top. You exposed yourself in this tweet, homeboy. And the best thing for you to do next time is just keep your fucking mouth shut. And the 64 people who liked the tweet, it's always black women who have to end up taking the brunt of the bullshit. Bianca champion, y'all mad because she skipped to the ring. She shouldn't skip. Champions don't skip. AJ Lee did it all the time, and y'all used to cheer that hoe like she was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Fucking Paige started skipping right after AJ Lee's ass did. She used to skip around in the ring and skip to the ring. I didn't see nobody complain when Paige became champion. Everybody was happy about that. Everybody cheered. It was the greatest thing that they wanted to see. Y'all got to give people a chance to be who they are. Lash Legend is loud. She is boisterous. She is one of them girls that clap when she talk, okay? She's going to give you all of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is still room for Lash to be Lash in the E and do what she do. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's ghetto for her to do it, right? That's ghetto. But y'all can look at Woe Vicky and Danielle Bergoli and make them little bitches millionaires off of AAVE and a black girl's attitude. But it's wrong when Lash does it, right? It's disrespectful when she does it. This is a microaggression, and I don't like it. And I want people to understand and recognize this type of behavior because it's dead ass wrong. Wendy Chu is a minority as well. Now it's interesting because in the beginning, when Alexa Bliss came out there with her little girl character, everybody was okay with it. I didn't see nobody complaining in the beginning. Everybody was all right as long as she was complimenting Bray Wyatt with his, Firefly Funhouse. Everybody was okay with it. They was okay with Bliss skipping to the ring and having her little play place. You had a whole fucking swing set. Huh? But Wendy Chu is an adult child. Y'all hate Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu not walking around thinking she got a damn doll in her hand and acting a damn fool. She not doing that. The girl just like her sleep. Wendy just like her sleep, child. Okay? And ain't nothing wrong with that. Wendy's character is cute, it's campy, and it's refreshing. The same people who complaining about Wendy are the same people who during my era of wrestling was cheering for characters like Eugene. Same fucking people. This tweet made me mad, but I'm glad Trinity ended it with grace. Lash been getting so much hate lately because she's a black woman. And a dark-skinned black woman at that. Well, then you know why she getting the hate. Or when people compare Ember to Naomi just because they both got black women with colored hair. I don't see how you can even compare the two. They're incomparable. It's a bigger aggression. People annoy me. Another example is that girl. That girl got a record deal for using that and making fun of. But when we do it, it's a problem. She doesn't have a record deal. No, she doesn't. They will praise Carmella, Aaliyah, Maxine Dupree, and call them heifers camp. But they hate on Wendy and Saray because they don't understand their gimmicks. And that's a word. But I thought we loved camp. First, you got to define what camp is. What does that mean? Because people are using it and they have different definitions for the word. Schnitzky too. Yeah. And freaking Blue Meanie. Yes. And love camp until it's actually camp. I'm just saying, some people's definition of camp is different from others. I think most people are just what they love about Carmella, Aaliyah, and Maxine Dupree are the fact that those are girly girls. I would imagine those would be the fish girls. You know what I'm saying? Them be the cunty girls. If my gay lingo is correct, y'all got to help me out. Rico, Donnie, y'all got to help me out. Is my gay lingo correct? Did I say it incorrectly? Because I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I don't want it coming at my neck. I thought it was fish. I thought they would be considered what you would call fish or cunt. Am I wrong? I'm awake. I gotta ask first before I start some shit. I don't want nobody to come at my neck. Oh. He said, Don said, yes, those would be pretty girls. Okay, so I got the lingo correct. Okay, great, amazing. All right, yeah, cunt is when someone is hyper feminine but powerful. Okay, but when they describe those girls, that would describe Carmella, that would describe Aaliyah, that would describe Maxine, that be you be fish. Like that girl is fish. Okay, that's what I thought. They're not camp. Fish is when bitch get disrespectful with a gay. Ooh, child. That's a messy. Fish is mainly for drag queens. Oh, you look so fish right now. Meaning you look so much like a real woman. Okay. So it'd be the cunty. It'd be your cunt. Okay. Aaliyah and Maxine are not so cunt. But I mean, come on. Like, I mean, we're not gonna talk about the power part. We talking about the hyper feminine part. We got to talk about. We talking about the feminine part. I mean, I get Carmella, but Aaliyah, he said, Okay. I'm out. This is not my conversation. This is theirs. If that pussy got no power, then it's not cunt. Okay, babes. I will listen to what y'all say. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna say something else. I'm not gonna say something else. Say, nephew, let Uncle hold a little something till I get my check on the first. You know I'm good for it. Who the fuck is that?
Udonis Haslam.
That is not him.
It is.
Is he still playing?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he look so old?
Because he is old.
How old is he?
I think UD came out. Because I know he was undrafted. Hold on.
So I'm talking to my husband about basketball and everything else, but I'm just saying y'all should really stop doing this. It's very disrespectful to the superstar.
42.
Oh, he's 42.
42. He came out 2002.
That class with Chris Paul and them, or was he after their class?
He was before. He came out the year before LeBron did.
Okay. This stuff I don't like, and I really, 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 really hope that y'all will fix this, change this, and stop doing it. Just stop doing it completely. Okay, Guillermo said, do you think Liv Morgan can defeat Ronda Rousey in an extreme match? In the circumstances of the match, yes, she very much can. It don't take much to take a person down in a match. While Ronda Rousey has more than enough in her arsenal to be able to beat Liv Morgan, it seems like the odds are forever in her favor for Liv Morgan. No matter how many times she's up against it, she always finds a way to come out on top. Do I think that that's going to be the case this time? I think Liv might win, but it's going to be circumstantial. I don't think she's going to beat Ronda Rousey straight up. Somebody's going to interfere and cause Liv Morgan to win by happenstance, or they're going to interfere and cost Liv Morgan the match. One way or another, some bullshit's going to go down in this match, and it's going to lead to another match happening, more than likely at Crown Jewel, between these two. However, to go back to your original question, yes, Liv Morgan can defeat Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. The question is, will she beat her? And that question, I don't have the answer to. It is possible, but I don't know for sure that she will. Yes, I did talk about LA Knight leaving MM. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I fucking love LA Knight. That's my guy. Hello, Nicole. I sure did talk about it because I can't wait to see LA Knight on the main roster. We need him. They need him. SmackDown is drowning. It is drowning. He's almost dead. Like it need a heartbeat. It needs something. Sammy can't save it by himself. We need help. Help me, please. Help me, please. God. Oh shit. All right. So are we all done with wrestling? I'm gonna give y'all a few moments, seconds. If you got questions, put them in the chat box. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds or 30 seconds. Give me your chat questions for wrestling, because if not, I'm gonna move on to the SBC chat that I missed last week and the HBCU confessions from this week. I missed all of that this week. So put your chats up in the chat box, put your questions in there, statements, or whatever you want to talk about wrestling wise, because I'm gonna give y'all 10 more minutes of wrestling and then we're moving on. All right, so let's get into these questions. I miss my little sister.
We'll see her in a couple months. She'll come on her own. You know how Crystal do.
Right.
She catch one. You know, fuck, I'm coming home.
And she come home. Well, we going down there. She come home for Mom's birthday.
So you look up. She's right here. Like, where did you come from?
LA Knight. He's a Maryland native, so I automatically stand him. Well, good for LA. Okay, I must have missed that at my lateness. My apologies. My cat wouldn't let me get up the stairs. Oh, geez. Looks at SmackDown. Alexa, play Head Above Water by Avril Lavigne. A mess. Are we invited in? Yeah, as soon as I get done with wrestling, I'll let y'all in. Not many people from my state in wrestling on main TV. Sammy carrying the bloodline and SmackDown. Very much so, Nicole. Don said, period. I know his back hurt, baby. He is the main attraction of that show, and he most definitely is working it. Most definitely. Do we think Damage Control has longevity as a faction? And if so, where would you take it?
Huh?
Y'all know how I feel about Damage Control. But to step outside of my personal feelings and go with what my head is telling me from what I'm seeing, I tell you like this. If the way I see it, Damage Control to me is not something I would keep past next year. I would break them apart next year somewhere around Money in the Bank. Between Money in the Bank, the cracks would show, and then they would break up. They would break down there. I wouldn't let them stay a group that long because they need to split them apart so that they can have individual careers outside of Bayley. And that's only fair. Okay. I wouldn't keep them that long. So Nicole in the chat box said about 8 months. So let's go from now. So this is October. They've been a team since SummerSlam. So that's in I thought it was in July.
July, August, one of them.
It was at the end of July, right?
Thanks. I can't remember.
So let's look at how long they've been a team. July 30th. Okay, July 30th, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So by Nicole logic, they break up by February. Mine, I say February usually, Money in the Bank usually happens around what, March? When was Money in the Bank this year? July 2nd. So they have Money in the Bank pushed back. I pushed Money in the Bank back up to June. But they had Hell in a Cell in June, right?
I think so. I can't remember.
Something was in between there. It was, I think it was one of them Saudi shows that caused it to be pushed back. I think at February is a good time to start showing the cracks, and then they break up shortly after Mania. See if we're gonna go with Nicole's time frame. If we go with mine, they would break up after Mania, sometime around Money in the Bank, which is, if we're gonna go by last year's timeline, it'd be July. So that's a little less than a whole year that they would have been a faction for me. Nicole's got me shortened by a couple of months for her time frame. So let's say between 8 to 10 months in terms of them being a faction for a year. Not because the women's division can't hold them that long, but more specifically, each one of them individually would, in my opinion, would do better at spreading the stardom across the board for the women's division. So my time frame is more like 10 to 12 months. Nicole's time frame is more 8, which hers seems like it might be a more WWE logical time frame. Mine is like, I don't think they'll be champions that long, but I think that they'll be a faction that long, if that makes sense. Where would I take it is a different question. So I would have Bayley lose to Bianca at Extreme Rules. And I would also have her lose at if they took it to Crown Jewel, I would have her lose at Crown Jewel as well. I would move Bayley back to SmackDown and have her go after the SmackDown championship of anybody who has that championship. I would have her take it from them, and she would be champion over there. I would not let her take it from Bianca, only because I really want Bianca to head into the big championships at the big one of like the first 2 of the next year as champion up against Charlotte. I want to see her and Charlotte battling it out. I don't care whichever one of them wins. I would prefer Bianca win. If I'm being completely honest, I want Bianca to win and go over on Charlotte. Then she can drop it to whoever they decide to drop it to. That'll make Bianca's title reign a full year. Which it's not bad. It's been pretty decent with Bianca, and I'm okay with that. Who she would drop it to next, I wouldn't know. As far as like I said, you put them over there. Dakota and Io will still be tag team champion. You still have the opportunity to take those belts off of Dakota and Io. You can keep the feud going with Raquel and Shotzi, since Aaliyah's apparently out. I would make it so that it would work out in Damage Control's favor to be on SmackDown. I just want the star power spread out a bit more, and I feel like Bayley would fare greatly on SmackDown, especially if they bring up people and put them on SmackDown and they spread out the people that they bring up, and they're restructuring everything around the time after WrestleMania. that becomes a factor too, because everybody's going to be shook up then. Everything's going to change. So I would have them on SmackDown. I just would. I would move Bayley over there. I'd have her competing against Ronda Rousey. I'd have her competing. If Liv is still champion, let her fight against Liv. I have Ronda and Shayna Baszler on her ass. They both would be proponents to help building Bayley's legacy as like her second time around being SmackDown Women's Champion. She could still be the same annoying Bayley she is, but that's just how I would do it. Because those are the top girls over there right now. Ronda, Shayna, and Liv Morgan. That's where we're at. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm going to get some of these comments out the way for now. And I don't think they need long term. I think they're transitional. I don't think they're transitional, but I do think that I don't think they're going to be together for a super long time, but I don't mind them being together as a group for a year. I can see it working out if it's done properly. You know, I don't know about Damage Control, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of Damage Control. I never really was, but I can see the idea of them working. If I could put my own bias away, I can remove that and look at the group as a whole and be like, okay, I understand the need of them. But to me, when you make a faction, yes, they can have proponents where they're individuals, but they all stand out like individuals, even though they're in the group. They stand out. When you look at the Shield and all the other groups that we've seen, all the other factions, even Imperium. In Imperium, Ludwig and Giovanni are individually are probably not as interesting, but all together they work as a unit. They work because they present a united front forward, and it looks that way, it feels that way, it comes across that way. I think New Day is probably the best example of all three members being able to stand on their own if booked properly, but they work extremely well together. They look better together, they fit better together, but separately they can do damage alone. That's what you want from Damage Control, but that's not what I get when I see them. I don't know why. I can't generally explain that, but I just don't know why. What I see are three individual wrestlers who came together after one was let go, two of them were injured, and now they're trying to run amok and take over the roster, which is fine. It doesn't, I don't know, something about it doesn't come across as work. It doesn't work for me, if that makes sense. I did talk about Florida earlier, so I know that the storm is still going down in Florida, so I hope everybody is knuckled down, and I hope you get through. Hello, Tirza. I'm going to give him 8 months. I was just talking about that with Nicole. Hello, Smackdown was cool. Yeah, it was. It was. I want to say it'll implode, but it can very much go the distance. He said, look, everyone, it's Tirza. I feel like Bayley will rip them to pieces like her last team. They ain't lasting a year. That's fine. Can we just take a moment for Bianca's blue look tonight? I mean, the woman is absolute perfection. I really hope they don't have Bianca lose her title in a ladder match. Okay, so they're talking about the pay-per-view. It's usually in May, like the pay-per-view right after Mania. I thought it was. Money in the Bank was in July. It was not in June. It was July 2nd. No, I didn't get to see Bianca. Oh, yes, baby. She had on an all blue ensemble. It was very cute. Okay, she had her blue lipstick on, which I was like, ooh, blue lipstick. I like that. It was very cute. I don't know where she got that blue lipstick from, but it was very It was very dark. It was very pretty. It was kind of like it was the Smackdown color blue. It was a royal blue color, but it looked really pretty on her. I want to try it. I have a dark blue lipstick, but it's deep blackberry blue, if that makes sense. But it's not like it's not royal blue like hers, and I want that royal blue lipstick. 3, I'ma just need Rhonda to make light work of Liv because I just can't, babes. You might have to prepare yourself on this one. Just saying. Money in the Bank in June this year. Oh, it's in June next year. Money in the Bank was in July this year. It was July 2nd. Next year it might be June, maybe. But it wasn't this year. It was in July. It's looking like LA Knight is on the horizon, which is cool. I wonder what's going to happen to Maximel Models, though. Strictly for Mansoor, because I think he has a lot of potential. I mean, they're probably going to do what Vince was going to do in the beginning, but instead of like kicking LA Knight off and just taking him off TV, they're going to let LA Knight be LA Knight and give Maximel Models to Maxine and let her do whatever the hell she wants to do with them. EO got to be by herself. That much I agree. I think that is my biggest issue with Damage Control is, to me, EO doesn't fit into the regime. She doesn't fit. I need EO by herself so bad just so we can maybe have her interest thing back. Bianca needs that win. This is a question for everyone, but who would you pick? But who would you pick for from NXT, man or woman, to have a Paige type debut and win a title? Alba, Carmelo, Tyler Bate, Oro Mensah. Just picking people, period. Oro Mensah, Tyler Bate, Carmelo Hayes, Wesley. I fuck up the whole regime and give Joe Gacy a title right out the gate. I really would. Schism. Women wise, Alba Fire. There's not really a lot of girls in. Well, indie, I do indie like that. Only because I think that it would be probably one of the biggest upsets you'd ever see. And I genuinely just want to see people's reaction on TV from it. She wouldn't be champion long, but I give Indy that opportunity. I really would. Nicole said Alba Fire and Carmelo. They bonded over their surgically repaired steppers. Okay. More so like, what is the reason? Has anyone seen part 2 of Seth Rollins' interview with Ariel? It's a must watch. It made me sad for him to hear him say that he feels like he's never been the guy and has never been the marquee at a WrestleMania. What? What? How? It depends on how you interpret it. So I would need to see it for myself to see how he said it. But, okay, so marquee would be like he was billed for Mania. He was the number one guy during that time for Mania. He was billed for it. Technically, yes, that is true. But going by Seth Rollins' career, I wouldn't feel that way. I feel like I've accomplished everything that I've accomplished more than anybody in that company could have. He's the only man to cash in at Mania and win the title. He's had big matches at Mania, but not marquee matches in terms of like closeout matches. So he went up against Trip. He had that big match with Cody, you know. But that was more so for Cody. Yeah. I can kind of understand where he comes from. I can kind of fuck with it. I can't. I see what he means. But at the same time, like, because Seth usually drops it before Mania, right? Like, he'll have a championship and he'll drop it before Mania. He's had matches at Mania, but they've never been the marquee matches, like what Roman's done, right? I think now is in no better time than the present. Given the fact that Triple H is at the helm, I think that's only a matter of time. I hope so. But that's kind of messed up. When you really think about it, he's right. I mean, he's right. Mm-hmm. Wow. But I've always thought of Seth Rollins like he was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the guy. He's one of the guys, if not the guy.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like, because I'm not trying to shit on Roman, but Seth Rollins got Roman beat by a long shot. And it's not because, you know, he's more attractive or any of that shit. It's simple. Character development, Seth Rollins is ahead of Roman. He's actually a better wrestler than Roman, just too. Is. And he's a better wrestler than Roman. So I just, in my own mind, I've always just considered him to be the guy.
Yeah. But how he broke it down, if you think about it in retrospect,
he's right. He's not wrong. He's right. I didn't know it was an interview either, by the way. Run amok is one of my favorite phrases. I didn't know it was an interview. I had no clue that it was an interview at all, Donnie. But that's interesting. I ain't getting no more cereal today. I gotta think.
Yeah, we didn't get none. And I looked to see.
You ain't having it in store?
No, I was checking online to possibly see if it was like see if I can find it, because normally Walmart is good for having their stuff up to date with what's in the store.
But they wasn't.
I didn't see it in there.
She said, and I'm like, Seth doesn't have to be labeled the guy to be the best, in my honest opinion. Seth Rollins is the greatest wrestler of this generation. Skills, storytelling, performance, in-ring technique, ring psychology. Seth Rollins is top tier. I 100% have to agree. Grayson Waller. You know what, Don? As much as Grayson Waller irritates my fucking soul, I do it just to fuck up the establishment. So I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. No one. That kind of debut is tricky to pull off. I don't know about that. I feel like that would be cool. I feel like that kind of a debut would definitely be cool, because that would be so upsetting. Lash because she black, period. She said, ooh, Gacy would shake the table, right? It would be absolute catastrophic mess. Now, you know what they could do? Now, hear me out. Bray Wyatt is supposed to be coming back, and they got all these little clues and can on. I showed y'all the video clue from the one I found. I finally got to see one, Nicole. I finally caught it. I saw it. Anyway, now they could put Gacy. They could put Gacy with Bray Wyatt. I think that would work. That's just me personally. I think it would work wholeheartedly. The table would be broken, never to be replaced if they did that with Gacy. Well, I say do it. The fans aren't ready for great Gacy. He would rock the table. If they ready for fucking Bray Wyatt, they are ready for Gacy. Come on. I would scream. I think that would be fucking lit. Are you kidding me? Oh, you know what? Replaced. I have an idea that is so low down and dirty. How dirty we talking here? Whoever is Raw Women's Champ by Money in the Bank hosts an open challenge. Indy answers and wins and then gets cashed in on. Oh,
Damn.
that's trash. Wow. That idea is nasty. Gonna manifest it. That's sick.
That's cold-blooded as fuck.
But I like it. Because you intertwining 3 superstars, the possibilities of combinations of matches, and just the feud alone. Like, that is fucking legitimately genius, Rico.
Especially if somebody ignorant win the Money in the Bank.
Right.
That you least expect to win it.
Yeah.
Or, the fuck up even more, let's just, now he said Indy.
Yeah.
Let's just say, hypothetically, since Candice is there, Candice wins the Money in the Bank.
Oh, not Candice. Not Candice on Indy.
That nobody would expect that because Candice and Indy all was in that group with each other. So you would think by Candice having the Money in the Bank, Indy would think that she got an ace in the hole. Her friend ain't gonna cash in on her.
That's fucked up. But I'd be sitting here dying my. Oh, I'd be like, oh, you dirty bitch. That's how I wanted Mella's cash in to go. But have Oscar be sharp but get injured, and then Mella cashes in, attacks the injury, and wins. I need Gacy. That shit would ruin someone's week, right? It's just
a week. It'll ruin their whole damn day.
No, but like having Gacy come up to the main roster and beat somebody and take their fucking title. Are you serious right now? Do you know how much catastrophic war that is? Chaos in a bottle. That is physically just pure chaos. But I would just be relishing in it because it would be perfect in every aspect of the game, Jerry. It'd be perfect. Because she went on to feud with both Charlotte and Asuka anyway. But this would have gave her automatic beef with both of them and more ammunition. Agreed. That's true. Period. Walla, walla, walla. Miko. Yeah, Miko Satomura would be cool. You can strike a match and light a bonfire on Grayson Waller's lips. He needs to oil the fuck up and moisturize before he get called up anywhere.
Damn. Boy, them lips do be dry.
They do.
Be dry in the mother.
Him and AJ Styles be neck and neck.
Dry. There's something.
And they always licking them. I don't understand. Like, it's plenty of chapstick.
Every time you see Grayson Waller, AJ Styles, the chicken was dry.
Real dry. His lips and AJ Styles would keep a fire going all night. Okay. Rico, I'm hiring you as my assistant. That was fucking dope. That's fucked up, but it was dope. Y'all done made me go over my damn time limit. I'm supposed to be done with this. Candice on Indy, I'm deceased. Big brother Jared, period. Big brother Jared, look at you. Look at you just putting all your shit in the damn chat. You're horrible. I'm encouraging your ignorance and I don't like it. And they encouraging it. Y'all better leave my husband alone. I'm not messing with y'all. Rico said, we is here. Don said, oh my God. Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. I mean, we know what Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt could do. Nah, when me, Nicole, and Don start our wrestling promotion, we is hiring you. I can't. I don't get the hype about Gacy. Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly gets on my fucking nerves. I do not want to see them hoes come on the main roster and be champ not at the beginning. No, I would be severely pissed off. It would ruin somebody's life. Nah, I'm good on that. I think it's a good idea. Gallus, I like it. I only want to do it just to fuck up the whole IWC, because that's where the problem gonna be at. It's gonna be amongst all of them. I would relish in the just the pure chaos of Gacy being brought up and becoming a champion immediately. I relish in that shit.
Oh, some Kevin Owens shit?
Yes. Gallus is a decent idea. I don't have a problem with Gallus. But I don't really know Gallus like that.
That whole fucking group is nuts.
But I know that they're insane. I don't really know Gallus like that.
But hey, they are nuts. And like Coffee is a monster.
Yeah. Have Gacy pin Rock, who just won the title from Roman at Mania. Oh, now see, you on your bullshit. Absolutely not. No. No. No, ma'am. Don said, because that was good shit. I love Pretty Deadly. Blouses.
Outside of the
they fire.
The underboob halter tops, motherfuckers can wrestle.
They can wrestle.
I said the same thing when I was watching NXT UK, and they said, "What the fuck is going on with this?" And you know what? Don't pass judgment. You said the same thing about a Peppermint Patty. And even though
he ended up flopping,
and he's being because he was a fucking jackass,
but he was good.
The man can wrestle.
He was good.
If you're not gonna pass judgment, we're gonna give him a chance, and they are damn good at their job.
Right. Okay. I do Diamond Mine. I mean, I love Diamond Mine, so I do that. I have to give a shout out to Nicole on that one, because she was 100% behind Diamond Mine from the beginning. I was not.
2K to add that fucking cannonball to the game.
I was not, but
I want to do the cannonball.
I've grown to love them. I really have. What can I say? Unicorn is the uniform I put on. I can't wait. Please stop.
Okay, we got about the 49.
That is evil, Nicole. Right. It very much is. And she said, pin him clean. No, bitch.
Not clean.
No. Absolutely not. Not write it down. Go to hell. They would hate us. We have warrants out for our arrest. Would you get Schism to help? To help Gacy win a championship? I mean, sure. Rico, it would be fire. AEW would be in the mud if we did. Y'all are on some demon time today. I give stories with Nicole, and you and Nicole can have match details. I would have Schism help him. I really would. And then they would have a match, and I would let him go over clean in that secondary match. But not if The Rock, which I highly doubt The Rock would be champion. But Nicole is not right. That is not fucking right. That is fucked up.
He said he pin him clean. I mean, that's when Kevin Owens came up, they did the same shit to KO. He beat John legit.
He did beat him.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts. That was a clean victory.
I hated that.
He beat the brakes off of John. That shit was bad.
I hated it. We write the show, have Tip, Alexis, and Kenny on commentary. I have Trish come back and have Mella pin her. I wouldn't give a goddamn about that. Not now.
She said not now.
Not now. Wouldn't give two fucks. You understand me? I'd be like, okay, well.
Oops.
Nicole. LA Knight would be champ for a year, period. Like, have the go and offer The Rock a pen and pamphlet, and they do as they do. Child. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and go on in the comments. And I'm going to clean this up, and then we go on for the SBZ chat.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Now Julio made me Popio, and I might hit your phone up with that ba-ba-ba. Listen, my da-da-da, listen, that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug, toxic. If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did the heartbreak change me, baby. But look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop
Maybe you can make your tips.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do the SBC chat, and then I'll get the HBCU stuff uploaded, and then we're gonna roll on out of here. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this link in here one more time. If you want to come in, come in. Because once I get this thing rolling, I'm probably not gonna be paying attention. Okay.
I know you said you're done talking about wrestling stuff, but I just have one thing. So I would have Mustafa Ali as world champion. Hear me out.
I would love that.
But hear me out.
I love Mustafa.
So, you
That'd
know,
be some
he
good machine.
just did an open challenge and he was like, I challenge anyone. I don't care if you are from another company, whatever, open challenge. Open challenge comes out. Everybody was like, okay, who's this? Who's this? Like, who is this? And it's Taya Valkyrie.
For Mustafa?
Yes. And then he thinks he's like, you know, he just thinks she's joking. He was like, well, are you out here like for your husband or whatever? And she's like, no, you said open challenge. I'm going to give you an open challenge. And then there's like this whole thing for like 5 minutes. Like, are we like, we're not doing this? Like a whole bunch of officials come out. Triple H comes out. Fucking even Stephanie comes out. And they're like, you know what? It's like, and they're like, you know, similar size frames, whatever. You know, if it goes too left, we're immediately not doing this. Long story short, they have the match. She pins him. She is the first women's world champion.
Wow. Her
Oh,
mind.
trying to disrupt the system. The whole system.
Either her or Charlotte.
She said, we're going to shake the table. Fine, let's shake
I
the
would do.
fucking
Honestly, the funny thing is, I would do that same exact story with Charlotte.
Yeah. We're fucking menaces to society. I hope you guys have realized this by now.
Bitch, when I tell you them ratings would be
Through the roof.
insane. Because they would be so angry they would have to see how that turned out. Oh man, them ratings.
And not this blonde bitch that got the title.
That
Sorry,
is
Steph, but
fucking
I just had to put that out there. I
All
swear
right,
to God,
good.
if WWE does that, I'm suing them.
Nuts. You know they've been stealing a long time, child.
They love to
Hopefully,
steal.
one of these days, Megan Thee Stallion
It's
can pop up.
their tribute to Eddie Guerrero. How they honor
What
his memory.
happened?
They love to steal.
If I can ruin wrestling for some nasty man with Dorito dust all over his wife beater, I would love it.
I can't with her. All right, y'all.
And I want to do
Let's
at
get
least
into
one
the
more before I
mess.
go to bed.
I'm gonna start the mess. So, question number one. My baby mama sold me a stolen car with a fake car title. I got into an accident with our son and went to jail. Another man picked up my son from the hospital. She says the kid isn't mine, but she loves me and will get me another car. I don't know what the fuck to do. I love her. Wait a minute.
It sounds like you made your
What's
mind
love
up.
got to do with it?
It is a lot going on here. First of all, your baby mama sold you a stolen car with a fake title. Felony. 5 to 10. Grand theft auto. Okay? Okay? Then you got into a car accident with your son in the car. And you went to jail. Then
Yes,
another
you
dude picked
did.
your son up, which, I mean, somebody had to pick him up. Your ass was in prison. Um, then she tells you that that's not your kid. So that's not your son. And she love you. And she gonna get you another car. So you go to jail. You find out your baby not yours. But she still love you. And you ain't got no car now. But you love her. I'm gonna just go to the second question. Because I don't know what to tell you. All I see is stupidity.
Her pussy must be bomb. Love that for her.
Right? Like, what kind of magical truth style you got?
I don't know. But that sounds psychopathic.
You know what? She probably knows that super secret Kegel maneuver.
Okay. Question number 2. Sugar Daddy said my mouth gave him life.
Oh
His woman
wow.
was tired with kids and work and she couldn't satisfy him. Things were good until she bought him a suction sex toy. I
Oh
can't
my god.
compete. I have no leverage. He is not returning my calls. My ego is crushed and I'm broke. Help.
I don't know. Step your cookies up. I don't
Girl,
know what else to tell you, Bestie,
you
but
better
step your
go
cookies
on. You
up.
better go on the internet. It's a toy
Yeah,
called the Buck Buck.
why is your head only good?
Well,
Right.
I don't know.
Tighten
Maybe she
that cooch up a
got
little
infection.
bit.
I don't know. I don't know. But she said
Step your
her mouth
pussy up.
gave him life. That's what she said. Maybe that's what
That's
she
what's
all she
up
want to
there.
give up. I mean, it is her sugar daddy.
I mean, fair.
Go. I tell you what you do. All of them Rose stores got a toy for the dudes. It's called the Gawk Gawk something. It's the same fucking.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Go buy that, and you'll get him back. He ain't going nowhere. Go buy that. That one it's just got the suction on it, but this one has the suction and it rotates. It got all that in there together. Okay, so go buy that one and get you a Rose because it seemed like you need a little help too. I don't, or maybe you need to go to a gynecologist. I don't know what to tell you, babes. Okay. Well, the Gawk Gawk 3000. Yeah, that's exactly what that toy is called. Question number 3. I told this woman that I was engaged. I'm not. But I was willing to leave my fiance if she was the better woman. She worked hard, gave me sex, fits, etc. Then she cheated on me with my so-called friend. I miss her, but I don't want to lose my face by contacting her.
Then I guess you lose her.
Bro, you got a whole you lied about having a whole fiance. And you're willing to leave said fake fiance.
This sounds goofy.
That
Right.
is just
This is just goofy. Like, nigga,
you
what
don't
you
want to lose
doing?
your face. I mean, at this point, you
Man,
done
just
already lied.
get a
Like,
blow up doll named Angela.
I mean,
Not named Angela.
y'all some weirdos out here. This is weird. This is weird behavior. I don't understand the fiance part. I'm confused. Leah said he already embarrassed, let her go. It looked like he ain't letting go nothing because he ain't got it. He said he want her back, but he don't want to lose face calling her. Well,
Yeah, I want to
I don't think he gonna get her back either way. But live your best life. I cheated and husband walked out. I was lonely and desperate for his attention. 2 years later, I lost weight, shaved my head, and convinced my hubby I was dying. He came back with his girlfriend. He put life insurance on me and plans my funeral with me. Y'all are some weirdos.
Bitch.
You lost weight and shaved your head and told your husband that you had a debilitating disease, life-threatening. And this man said, okay, I'm coming back and take care of you, and then brought his woman with him. And you want advice, and you sit up there planning your funeral and putting his name on life insurance? Bitch, he gonna kill you when he find out you ain't dying.
He gonna make sure you die anyway.
Yeah.
This gonna be an episode of Snaps.
Facts.
Y'all are some weird hoes. What is wrong with you? Psychopaths.
Whores.
Not whores. My man was boring, but he took care of me. We had a house, food on the table. I left him to pursue my dream of films, my film dreams in Atlanta. That failed. I've been stripping.
Oh wow.
Other things. I got pregnant.
Okay.
And I want to go back home so he'll help me. He's dating how to win him back. I don't know, be the whore you was when you was with him.
You can't.
Up.
You lost.
I mean, leave him alone. Go find another sucker to go fuck with. You know how to do that. You in Atlanta.
Right?
Literally.
There's got to be a couple men who give you the whole, like, I can take you out of this world.
I mean, I'm not wrong, but the hustling mecca of the world is Atlanta. Everybody got a hustle going in Atlanta.
You gotta say it like Adam Levine did that one.
Atlanta.
All right, how do we get out of here before I fall asleep on here?
All right, bye, Nicole.
Bye.
If you're gonna be out here shaking your ass and doing other things, which sounds like you was selling ass, you better keep on doing it. You better keep on doing it and find you a sucker. And if they come a dime a dozen in Atlanta, you'll find them. But leave him alone. You said he was boring. He don't want to be with no hoe. He don't want to be with no stretched out hoe. He don't want that.
Shut the fuck up with the blue swallow.
I'm just saying.
Carry on.
I can't. Anyways, number 6. I met a sexy ebony woman in our BDSM group. Oh, look at that,
Oh.
Marjorie's people. I'm just playing. I love you, Marjorie. Anyway, I'm her
Girl.
submissive. Our role playing began with soft. I thought that said nipples. It say nibbles.
Oh, Lord.
Our role play began with soft nibbles, lashes, and sex. It's outright beatings now and sex. It's a little sex. She ignores my safe word. I miss her, but would like to calm her down. I'm pale and I bruise easily.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna say something that I've said before. When Doja said "beat the pussy up, call PETA," I don't think this is what she meant.
No, but the thing is, they met on, in the BDSM group.
You gotta respect that.
Is it like like a fixing your problems group,
Well, okay, so
or is
the
it just
way
like a
Alexis
community?
and Marjorie explained it, when somebody yells a safe word, you're supposed to stop. Like it doesn't
I know
matter.
that.
It don't matter what they ask for. You're supposed to stop. She obviously broke the trust. So this for me, that's a serious thing. I leave her ass. I stop fucking with her. You can find another dom. You don't have to necessarily be with her. Because that's not safe. She could end up killing you. Real talk. She could actually hurt you. And you just
Yeah,
like, you
you
know,
can find another woman to peg you. Okay, it doesn't have to be
I
this
miss
one.
her, but I would like to calm her down. No, she's not going to.
She's not going to.
She
No.
like that's almost sadistic because she knows that
She
you're
got
telling her
safety.
to stop, and she keeps doing it anyway. That is wrong. No, you should be first of all distancing yourself from that bitch because the moment you raise up and whoop her ass, then it's on. You know what I'm saying? So if I was you, I don't write off understand it, but I ain't gonna shit on it. I'll tell you like this: if you like the submissive role and having a dom, then you need to find a new dom. You need to find a new master, if that's how you what you call it. Because she's not right for you. She's not a right fit for you. She would need a sub that would be able to take the type of pain she's dishing out and won't use the safe word, even though they have one. But you should have one because I mean, even though it's a pain and pleasure type of thing, you need to be able to do that responsibly. That right there is not funny. That's fucked up. I
That
took my
reminds me
mask
that
off in a minute.
there's a show. There's a show called Bonding that kind of covers BDSM, and there was this one couple where like the dude liked to be tickled, and he liked to be tickled until he screamed out "mother," and his wife was very like upset with it. And it was like it's like about like this duo, right? And like it's like the girl is the dom, and then the dude's like her little assistant. And the dude was like, "Well, I see you're very angry," and literally she paid him so that she could punch him in the face.
What?
Yeah, because it was like he saw that she had this much anger, and he was like, "I think you need to let this out. You could take it out on me." And she was like, "Okay," so she paid him like $100 up front, and then just decked him in the face. And then they came back to the couple like an episode later, and they were like, "We reached an agreement. Anytime he wants to be tickled, I just punch him." And it was like the most like chaotic shit I've ever seen, and it
What?
reminded me of that of this tweet right here.
What the hell is
But it was
happening?
it's a funny show though. It's called Bonding. Y'all should check it out. It's on Netflix. It's pretty funny.
It says on Netflix.
It's on the Netflix. Just
Child.
like
Hold
that.
on. Gotta put the
Netflix
HBCU
got me
stuff
fucked
in.
up.
Oh, that Dahmer show?
Yes.
It's an interesting read or watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again though. Cause that's some wild shit.
Yep. Look at how many times they had to call the police
Child.
for them to just come out there. And even then, they didn't do nothing because they was homophobic.
They were anti-gay.
They got suspended
Uh-huh.
and then got reinstated. I was like, well, what the fuck was the point?
Right.
But they knew. They fucking knew.
They, they did. But anyways, let's go to the HBCU stuff. All right. Now they have confessions on Twitter. The kids in the college confess or ask questions on Twitter. Some of them are interesting and others are just dumb. The first one I screenshotted was this one. The person asked, how would y'all catch y'all girlfriend cheating?
What?
That's all they said was, how would y'all catch y'all girlfriend cheating?
I mean, the only like right answer is on accident, but like the only way you can like catch your girlfriend cheating is if it any measures that you can take to like do that is kind of invasive or like an invasion of privacy. So I don't really know
If
what's
I
being
was a
asked.
toxic motherfucker,
Yeah,
if I
exactly.
was toxic and like very much insecure in that regard, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Uh, I'd tap your phone for sure, especially if you got an iPhone. Um, I air tag you. I put a tag on your shit. Follow where you are. When you sleep, I go through your phone, find the contacts, text them to my own phone so I could go through and see who they are. If you got texting apps on your phone, I go through them. I would. That's how I do it. All right. Second confession. Me and this bitch were being petty.
All right.
Me and this bitch was being petty and beefing behind a dude. Childish, I know. So I went on Google and found her mom's number and sent his dick pic to her mom.
Oh my god.
Y'all are some savage motherfuckers out here.
I wouldn't even do that.
That's crazy. But what is that gonna do though?
Right. That
Shit,
reminds me.
her
There was
mama
this
got a
thing.
dick pic.
And it's
But
not even
it
like
depends
you
on what
sent it
she's
to her
saying in the
mom.
text message. Like, it depends. Like, if she,
But even if she like this with your daughter, it's fucking.
I mean, she
What
could have.
would that do? Like what would you say to my mama dick pic you?
Any
That
mom would be tripping.
It would be tripping, but it would be like, what's going
imagine
on?
you
Like
just
you
get
do
like a
get spam
random
text because I have
yeah,
gotten
you get like
spam
a
text
random
before.
like text and it's just a dick pic
Well, not spam, but I have gotten
from a
text
number
before.
of a bitch you don't even know.
Oh
That's
God.
like that. It was like this. I think it was a Tumblr post. I don't know. It got posted on Instagram, where someone was like, "Oh, my younger sister, like she's very pretty," and so because of that, like a lot of dudes try to hit her up all the time, and so she gets like unsolicited dick pics very frequently. And what she did was she collected them all and uses them to blackmail all the dudes who like sent them to her and to like do things that she wants. And one dude stepped out of line, so she printed them out and mailed them to all of his family.
Wow.
I know. I was
Excuse
like,
me?
wow. Yeah, it was like she was literally running like a blackmailing ring with unsolicited dick pics, and when this dude stepped out of line, she printed copies of it and just mailed it to his family.
That's weirdo behavior.
That's a lot of work.
All right. I recently broke up with my partner, and I don't want to let them know I'm pregnant. They were toxic, borderline emotionally abusive. I'm moving on and letting them go like I never existed.
Good for you. Period.
You could have a big ass problem on your hands. If this nigga is what you say he is, he coming for that baby.
Hmm.
And depending on what state you live in or have the child in, they will force you to have a relationship with the man, especially if you don't have no established timeline of abuse with him. You're gonna be in a world of bullshit for a very long time. I would prepare myself if I was you. You would move on, but you ain't gonna be able to pretend like he ain't never exist. Or you carrying that man baby. But do you, babes? Hope it work out. I think one of these sorority females is fucking my man. It's cool though. I hope they like to taste my pussy when he kissing you.
Girl.
Girl, poetic justice. Okay? You didn't have to say that. That was nasty.
I know that's
Damn.
right.
You know what? That's a bar though. One of these rapper girls got to turn that into something.
They got it
They
from
already
poetic justice.
have.
Oh my bad.
If you
I'm
watch
not even
poetic
know.
justice, the girl in there sitting down, she keeps staring at this really pretty dark skinned girl. And she said, "Excuse me, do you have a problem?" She was like, "Yes, I got a problem with them cheap ass shoes you got on. They going on." She was like, "You stay away from my man. You stop messing with my man." She was like, "Let me tell you what. Every time you kiss him, you tasted my pussy." She was like, "Oh no, you got to get out of here. You got to go." They were there about to fight. Tell you. That's where her ass got it from. She got it from there. I'm 26 and I've never had sex. Please, is that normal?
I mean, if you
It
want it
is
to
what it
be,
is, babe.
Yes.
yeah.
Don't start, Donnie.
All I said is what it is.
It's normal for you. Normalcy is subjective.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be worried about not having my virginity taken. I'd be worried about deciding when the right time is for you. And who that
Exactly.
person, when you get it, come across that person, you'll know. You ain't gotta make no big to do about it. Like, you know what I find to be weird? Is girls, especially, I find this with girls a lot. Like, they want to have candles and fucking rose petals and shit. And they gotta have a whole dinner before and wine and amazing conversation. I'm like, when you get to doing what you want to do, especially with somebody who inexperienced, it's gonna hurt.
Mm.
So all that sweet gesture that happened before, it's gonna seem like it was pointless. Every girl has that fantasy, but every girl and some guys have said that losing it to the person they lost it to wasn't worth it. That the atmosphere wasn't shit. Most of them lost it in somebody's bunk bed
Mm.
while their
Now
mama was
y'all
at
lost it
work.
in bunk bed. Have some class, people.
Look, like sometimes you got a little brother and you got to share a room with your little brother.
I mean, I know. I mean, my room, all the boys were in one room, so it was three of us, and we had two bunk beds in the room,
Mm.
two sets of bunk beds. So it was
How
like me
old
and
were
my
your
brother
brothers
one
before
one.
they left home? Like, how old was
Huh?
your brother? 18?
He was 19.
Yeah, he fucked somebody, took somebody virginity in that room.
That's the thing. I don't know if he's a virgin.
You might as well say he did, babes. It happened.
No, but the thing is, when I asked people, I was like, "Has he had a girlfriend?" And they all share the same sentiments. They're like, "We honestly do not know." And I was like, "That's weird."
Why you say that? Do
Wow.
I need to cut this out?
No. I have shared worse that has been kept in.
No, because I'm asking like you, like what you trying to say about your brother?
I'm not
He
trying to say
doesn't know
nothing, but I
his
think he.
status.
I'm
You
not
think he
saying that.
what?
Ew. I think he's just a virgin still.
You think your brother's a virgin?
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying,
But it's weird because cause I was like, maybe like his friends will tell me shit that I don't know, you
is
know? And
he
so I went to
quiet?
them.
Is he shy and like kind of is he an introvert or is he likes to go out and have a good time? Like what kind of personality does
I
your brother
mean,
have?
he goes out and he has a good time, but he's not very like, I don't want to say he's not sociable because he can be social, like, and he had friends, like, you know, throughout high school.
Well, like when
He's
y'all
just
have
kind of like,
parties, is he interacting with the women?
not really. And if he does, it's more so in like a friendly way.
Y'all turn that speaker on.
Like he's friends with a lot of the dude's girlfriends.
Hmm.
Is he gay?
No, definitely straight.
You sure?
Girl, have you seen how he decorated this house?
That
Do you
don't
see the
Listen,
mean
way he
nothing.
dresses?
that's a stereotype because
I
there
mean,
are a
it
lot of
is,
gay
but like,
dudes. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of gay dudes who don't care about decorating and they don't care about RuPaul's Drag Race and they don't care about any of that shit. They're like dudes. They're masculine dudes, but they like men.
no, I think he's definitely straight because he made a comment. Because I overheard him on the phone talking with his friends. They were talking about like old people from high school, and he said that there's one dude that's like, oh yeah, he had the really super hot mom. And I was like, ew, but okay,
Well,
but
maybe he's just private.
yeah, that is fair. But that it's just like I don't know shit about him. Like no one in my family does. Like we all ask him all the time. Like we don't. None of us know if he's ever had a girlfriend or anything like that. We know he used like there was like in middle school he was interested in like these two girls, but that never went anywhere. It's like it's he's super private and it's weird and he's like super like proper. Like we
That
make
is
like me and
not
my sister
weird
would
to
make
be
fun of him.
private, Rico.
Well, I mean, when it's your own family, yes, because even though I'm super private with my family, there's still shit about me that they know that we don't know about him.
Okay, so like okay, maybe he's had people that he's messed with, but they're just not important enough for him to talk about or bring around.
I
That
mean,
happens.
fair, but we keep trying to like we make fun of him a lot in our family. Cause
Why?
like,
Why would you
well,
do that?
okay,
That's probably why he won't
this is
tell you
a
shit because you keep making fun of
this,
him.
this is a joke that me and my sister pull on him all the time because he's the middle child, so we have to tag team him. It's law of nature. Because he can't say the word nipples at all. Like he refuses to say it, and so we would go there and
Why?
be like, hey Alex, can you say nipples? Alex, can you say nipples? And he would get so mad at us, and we were like, why don't you say it? He's like, I just don't like the word. It's dirty. Like it's nipple. What do you mean it's fucking dirty? We all have them.
He is
I
conservative.
mean, yes,
Very.
he very much is.
He
Which
has a
there's
"Don't
nothing
tread
wrong
on
with
me"
that.
decal. He has a "Don't tread on me" decal on his motorcycle helmet, and I side eye him for that.
I think your brother has had now it could be one of
Relations.
two things. He could be still a virgin. Um and he just doesn't want to have sex until he gets married, which is his prerogative. He can do what he wants. Um or he could have had relations and he just doesn't want to tell you shit.
Yeah, I mean, I know one time, it was during, I think it was during the Olympics. This one girl was there, and she was showing him girls and stuff like that, and he was like, she kind of give him like a yay or nay option, and she literally like was like, "You are so picky, it's annoying." And then I know he made a Tinder account at one point, because they were watching a football game or something, and I overheard them talking about it because that was when I moved to this room, so I could hear them in the living room.
So he has a Tinder account. Okay.
He has a Tinder account. And I know he was swiping on girls, so that's how I know he's straight.
Okay. Maybe he's just taking his time to date. He'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Because it's come up. Not, him being a virgin has not come up, but like the shit that I don't know about him has come up a lot because people will talk to me, and they see how different I am from him, and like they're kind of flabbergasted by like how much like how separated me and him are when it comes to like things that we know. Because they're like, how does he not know these things about you? And I'm like, I don't know. We just don't really talk about shit.
Well, that speaks to the dynamic of your home.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
but I know him and my sister are like relatively close.
yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. I have four siblings. Two of them I'm extremely close to. Two of them, the other one I'm close. I'm closer to my older brother. I'm closer to my younger sister, and I'm very close to my younger brother. My older sister, we have our moments. Um, she chooses not to know things about me that she can know. That's a conversation for another day, but she chooses that. I don't think that's necessarily the case for you and your brother. A conversation can be had between the two of you. I feel like when y'all are by yourselves, you should get to know your brother. You start off at the base value and be like, look, we're brothers. I want us to be closer. I'm not trying to be in your business. You don't have to be in mine, but we should be able to come to each other and talk to each other about things. I want to have a relationship with you that's better than what it is now. Is that something you want from me? He can say yay or nay. It's up to him. But you're gonna have to like meet him halfway if that's what you want to do. 'Cause I
Yeah.
just yell at my brothers. I just yell at them, and they either listen or they don't. Which one of
Yeah.
them is probably
It's
gonna come
weird
up to
because it's
the and be
like,
like,
yeah, because like when I went to the DMV yesterday, Marshall, like the former indefinite house guest, for those who don't know, he took me and like me and him were just kind of talking because he saw that I got my septum pierced and that like he also saw the bag that I have, and he was like, "How does your brother not know you're gay?" And I was like, "I think he's just in denial, like the rest of my family, because apparently Marshall has asked him if like he's like, oh, is your brother gay?" And my brother's just like, nah, no, he isn't, no. And I was just like, yeah, he's probably just in denial with like the rest of my
"Oh,
family, and like
okay,
he
now
was just
I
kind
know
of
why
like,
you don't have a relationship like that with him. Now I understand.
well, no, there's like
Kind
there's
of
a
like your mom.
another yeah, there's another point to it because it's like Marshall believes because he knows my brother more than I do because he's just around him more because of work and all that stuff. And he was like, listen, I think if you were to give him some time, he could come around more easily than the rest of your family. Because they all say, because like they're like when I talk to people from the shop, they say that my brother's the nicest one there. When I talk to like their girlfriends or people who aren't like necessarily in the shop and they just kind of like hang out with him, like occasionally, but they're not really in the military, they also say the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, he's usually like the nicer one out of the bunch. So I was like, so Marshall believes he's like, if you were to like slowly ease him into knowing you a little bit better, he could potentially come around because they're like it does because for them like it's hearing that he doesn't accept me for being gay is weird because they're like really because they're used to him being the nice one that for them him to have like a quality that's not nice is like a culture shock to them.
I don't see how your brother comes across from the way you describe him as very conservative. So I would have expected it, honestly. The way he operate, like I mean, see, I'm the type.
Did you realize how many gay people in the military?
There's a lot of gay people in the military. Hella gay people in the military.
But
Um,
I have
in
yet
some
to meet a gay
cases,
person from the shop.
it'd be like, people be cool with people outside their family being gay, but when it comes to somebody they know, they like, oh no.
Yeah, and I brought that up too because that's how my family is. Because my mother said on occasion that she had gay coworkers, and she was like nice to their face, and like my stepdad too has also like because he was a cop at an airport, so he had to interact with like a ton of different people, and I would overhear them talking to other people about stuff, and he would tell them like, "Oh, I don't care, like, as long as you're not shoving it down their
They're
throats." They're very
lying.
much like those type of people. But
They're
that's the thing. It's
lying.
like if they were to see a random gay person on the street, they would be nice. They wouldn't say
Yeah,
anything.
so
They'd
they
be
don't get
respectful.
accused of being a homophobe and getting treated like garbage. They don't want to be treated like garbage, so they're gonna lie.
I mean, fair, but that was
They're
just like I
lying.
remember like because I remember I would always like I hear that when I was growing up, and I was like, well, you're fucking liars because you're okay with people on the outside living their life the way that you want, and you're like, oh, as long as you don't bring it around here. But the minute someone in the family, your tone changes.
That's not true. They don't like it at all. They tolerate it in the public because they have to. It's either that or you're ostracized. So you don't want to be ostracized. So you're like, okay, fuck it. I don't have to deal with it at my house, so they can do whatever the hell they want. They're not anybody I know. They're not anyone I love. But when it's in your family, then it's oh no, this is not happening. It's not. It is what it is. I have been one to make people very uncomfortable because I have like at least 2 or 3 of my friends are gay. One of them is like one of my best friends, and he's gay. And he was married. I told my dad when he first came over, I was like, Manny is gay. And my dad was like, okay, I don't care. And I'm like, he has a husband, Dad. So I know that might be a little uncomfortable for you. He was like, no, it's not uncomfortable. He said, look, the same rules apply to Manny as it would to you. I don't want to see you making out with Gerard on my couch. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him making out with his husband on my couch. That's it. Don't have nothing to do with him gay. He just not going to be disrespecting my house. I say the same thing to your sisters or any of your female friends who came in my house with their husband or boyfriend and you sitting on my couch making out. I'm going to kick your ass out because you're being disrespectful. Don't have nothing to do with you being gay.
Period, Ernie.
So that's just it. I said, okay, cool. Then we good. There ain't no reason for all of that extraness. That's extra. Now your brother has not made his peace with you being gay yet. That's something he gonna have to figure out. That ain't really nothing for you to be worried about. That's something your brother gonna have to figure out. But I do think a conversation with him ain't gonna kill you. You're gonna be like, look, me and you, we cool. You're my brother. I love you. But listen, baby, I am gay. It's not gonna change. And I know that's not exactly what you want to hear, but that's the truth. Now, I'll be respectful of your house. I will not disrespect you or your household. But I am going to be who I am. That's that.
Be who you are.
Pretty much.
But back to the mess. I've done sidetracked this whole conversation.
Or we could do some detective work and find out who your brother fucking and expose some shit.
No!
Why? That's fun.
I mean, not gonna lie, it would be, but that's I feel like that's invasive.
I'm nosy as hell. I'll do it.
Oh my! Oh, I read that wrong. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I read that first sentence and my dyslexia acted up. I read that so wrong.
My roommate smashed this chick he knew I was feeling. Cool. I poked holes in his condoms and he had project triplets.
Project triplets. Damn.
We've been graduated, so I can say this now. Damn.
Period.
Oh my god.
That's fucked up.
Also, okay, did you know he was gonna fuck her before he fucked her? Like, did he let it be known?
Nigga, all you got to do is put holes in the condoms. When he fuck her is his problem.
I know, but I'm like, because he said the roommate fucked a girl he was trying to feel up. So
he said he smashed the chick he was feeling. He said, cool. So I poked holes in his condoms and he had project triplets.
He said his roommate, so like you would know.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm like, When did you poke the holes in the condom? Like, did they continue fucking and you did that then?
Well, clearly, well, it didn't matter. He didn't say it was her. He just said he poked holes in the condom.
That's it.
Now
Obviously, the nigga was gonna use them.
he
He
got three
used the
different girls
condom.
pregnant. He got three different people pregnant, and they having a baby at the same time.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was so lost. Okay, I didn't.
Project triplets. I'm sorry. The lingo say project triplets. That means there's 3 different girls pregnant. They all pregnant at the same time. Don's right. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I thought
I
you.
thought Project Triplets was like, because like Tiffy said, you grew up in the project, so I was like, oh, does that mean that like he has like babies he can't like support or something, or like
No.
No, I
no?
mean probably
No.
now. That might
No,
be
but
the
he
case.
answering the 3
Because I was
different
like,
women. 3
I
different
thought it was
females.
like he poked the holes in the condom, and then the girl he was feeling got pregnant, and so that's when I was like,
But
when did you
seem
poke the
like
hole in the condom? My bad, y'all. I never said I was smart.
he said the timing had to be right for him.
I was like, did he do a That's So Raven? He saw it in the future, so he preemptively poked holes in the condom, or like, what is
Child
happening?
boom. Next confession. I'm a guy on the football team, and I love talking to women about big dicks and their big dick stories. I've heard some freaky ass shit, and I love it.
All right.
So, why are you telling
Be
us?
who you are.
But why are you telling us though? I feel like I don't. So
Why are we in this group chat?
I don't understand. Like, so what? That you being in the football team don't mean shit, my nigga. Go to hell, cause that was stupid.
Unless you're trying to find dirt on like your teammates or something.
You like hearing big dick stories? Some of them hoes lying. They ain't all coming across big dicks.
Okay.
Shit. If my roommate and his girl fuck in this room while I'm here one more time, I'm beating this nigga ass. I'm tired of seeing this nigga girl naked, bro. Weird ass bitch, bro.
Well,
Move out, nigga. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Move
Y'all
out the
must want me to
way.
join.
Oh, no.
Y'all must want me to be a part of it the way y'all doing it in front of me.
I mean, she ain't
That
got
is one
no
thing I'm glad about. Is
like she
that no
just get
one
up
in this
naked
house.
in front of his roommate and just walk around naked. That's some confidence for you, I guess. I don't.
He can't put on like one of his hoodies,
I
covering
Or
mean,
stuff
just
is you
up.
trying
like,
to tell him you want to get with him too?
That's like when people do the Sims 4 mods. They take out the blur.
I was supposed to graduate B spring 22. Okay, clearly. I took some time off. Now I'll probably be in class of 26 and I'll be 26 when I graduate. Should I feel bad? I had mental health and financial issues to deal with. As
as
long
long
as
as
you
No,
you
graduate,
graduate,
right.
anything else is irrelevant. I wouldn't care about how old I am, just graduate. Cause child, when them damn student loans hit,
it's gonna show how long you was there.
it don't give a damn how old you are when you graduated. They don't give a shit. They want their money. Okay?
And interest.
Period. I
Let's
went
get
over
these
this
off
nigga creek
together, y'all.
and saw he used scented lotion, and I was immediately turned off. I swear, the men of this generation is so damn feminine. We should all just give up on finding husbands at this point. Bitch, over scented lotion?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought we wanted straight men to no longer be musty.
Over scented lotion,
Do some of
bitch?
y'all bitches? Do some of y'all bitches like the stink? Is that what we're hearing now? Some of y'all
Y'all
like
some
the stink?
goofies. Y'all are some goofies.
Bozo behavior.
Let these niggas do what they want to do. Why are you worried about the lotion he got on? Bitch, if you with him and y'all cool, why don't you buy him some lotion you want him to wear? Babe, I like this way this smell on you. Wear that. Stop being a
Exactly.
weirdo.
You're a
Like,
weird
I want a
motherfucker.
man who's masculine. What that mean? What do masculine mean to you? Cause all you hoes keep talking about how dudes is so crazy. They don't love y'all. They not giving you what you need. But then a nigga could be having a degree, 6-figure job, out here ain't got no baby mamas, no mess, no ex-girlfriend drama. But because he used scented lotion, he feminine. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Or because he ain't got no drama, he boring.
I don't stupid ass bitch. Stupid. I was chilling about that pissed me off. I was chilling about to the end of the day. I got a call from my girlfriend, but as soon as I answered, all I heard was slurping sounds, and I, and I knew something was up. And the camera was facing the ceiling soon after the phone hung up, and I tried to call and no answer. Your girl was giving up that neck, bro.
Okay.
She was she went to the school of Cupcake and was slurping the dick
I
till
don't
it
know.
hung.
I don't know which one of them answered the phone, but whoever did is garbage. Because he said all I heard was slurping sounds. I was like, oh.
Oh my god. Oh no. I'm gonna have to tell this off air. I can't. Oh, never mind.
Not gonna lie, I've slept with a couple of my friends niggas before just to see the hype. And the day they find out, they gonna get my ass for real. I'm already knowing I might need federal protection. Still have fun though. Y'all
You
hoes is out here
dirty
fucking
bitch.
You're
y'all
dirty
some
for
nasty skanks.
Oh my god, Ned Fulmer vibes.
Stop. I
that.
wish
You
I
got
could
your ass
find
beat
as
for
that's wrong.
that.
Shut the fuck up.
I wish I could
Just to see
find as
what the
many
hype is about.
grad student scholarships as I find for undergraduates. Just because I have my bachelor's doesn't mean I don't need help. I'm still struggling. I'm still a struggling college student, trying to get my life together and get a career in my field. Baby, you're gonna have to get a job.
Yeah. Get
You're gonna have to get a
yourself an
job, sweets.
internship and a
I
job.
mean,
You got a bachelor's degree. You can get a decent paying job when you're getting your master's.
Count.
get a job
This rough. What the fuck?
That's like
and
that
go
Medea quote was
anywhere.
like, if you want a TV, you need a job.
Okay, get a job. I don't know,
Start a
become an
business.
influencer. Do that. I'm a shy girl and I love real nasty sex. I like it rough, but still passionate, and I love to be degraded. I like when
Oh.
my sneaky link does dirty talk, but I want to know things that guys like to hear that I can say to him. And don't hold back.
Um, Google is free. Um,
Yeah,
Reddit is free.
it's a
That's
whole
Um,
just
bunch of British.
what the
you
girl said.
can
She
go to
said,
any
"Oh,
forum, any forum. Be like, hey, what y'all like to hear? Get some ideas. I mean, I don't know why you confessing on Twitter. I mean, well, you might hear some
I
back
mean,
on
she
Twitter,
asked
but
on Twitter and they gave her some responses.
I
I
still have
didn't
that
look
clip
at them.
of scary movie too. I'ma fart in your mouth. Then I'ma shit on these
Stop.
walls. Too
And I'm going
dirty.
to shit on these rolls. Wait. Ooh,
Tupac?
too dirty.
maybe you could listen to some Cupcake, get some ideas there. She's pretty creative.
I
I
don't know. I
mean, you
wouldn't say
ain't
it's
that
that
shy.
stuff.
You on Twitter telling everybody you like being nasty. Anyway, hold on, child.
Fucking dropped it. Mm.
I'm getting ready to make an OnlyFans.
Same.
I guess he meant I've been paying a girl on campus to let me take video of me nutting on their ass.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't,
That's it.
Why were we
I
included in
mean,
this?
pretty much, yeah. I
All
don't
right.
understand why I had to know that.
Right, like why were we CC'd on this email?
Like, why you can't just be like the rest of the niggas on Twitter with OnlyFans and just post the shit
Do it.
on Twitter? Like Twitter is a
Also,
cesspool.
just to nut on their ass, you're not gonna do nothing else. That's some weak
Like you
shit.
throw a
Suck a
rock and
pussy.
you'll get see dick. Like I don't I work real hard to clean my Twitter because it don't matter how many times I try, I'm gonna come across a dick on there at some point. It'd be like 9 o'clock in the morning, wake up, checking Twitter, boom, dick picture. Jesus. Fuck.
Because I saw you like the tweet a long time ago. So I figured you might like this as well.
Mind your business.
Then you go to your other Twitter, they be putting the other wrong shit up there. Talk about Taylor Swift. I don't want to see Taylor Swift. I'm not here for that. Oh, who should I go with?
Okay, I
You
got
can try to
one
clean
more.
up your Twitter, but you can never take the dirty out of your Twitter.
Mm.
My girl got an OnlyFans. Damn, OnlyFans popping, ain't it? My girl got an OnlyFans, and I'm scared to have an argument with her because as soon as we have a rough patch, niggas gonna try and break her bank. And odds are she'll let them for money and content. My nigga, I would break up with her because that's stressful. Because what? Like, let's revenge fuck because me and my boyfriend got into it. Check out my OnlyFans. It's fucked up.
Me and my
Let's
boyfriend got
break up
into
with
it, so I
her.
called a big dick nigga to come over. That's what the caption gonna say.
Stop. My old teammate from high school, mother, works at the college, and I'm gonna not gonna lie, we've been fucking for about 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I would tell him, but that ass thicker than our friendship, nigga.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
I mean,
you fucking one of your friends' mother,
Is she married?
nigga. I don't know.
I heard from the whole damn story.
That is genuinely so wild to me because it's funny
Like,
It's
because
more like an August
was
Alsina.
he pulling the Jada Pinkett?
Well,
yeah,
she
like
is,
that's
but
like
He
when
pulling
one of the girls I work with, her sister is married to her best friend's father.
did you say father?
Yes, like she said, like because she was telling me the story. It was Haley Ann. She's like, oh yeah, no, my sister's with this like grown ass man. I was like, who is he? And she was like, well, she's like 22, he's like 45. And he's her. The way they met is that he's her best friend's father, and they met when she was like a freshman in high school. I
Pedophile.
was like, right. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, no, but they like got married when she was like, they like started dating when she was like 20,
I don't
and
care.
he has like three baby mamas. I was like, oh my god. He works.
He's known her since she was a teenager, but he waited
Yes,
until she was of age. He's a pedophile.
yes,
I don't care what anyone
I
says. That's
know.
disgusting.
I was like, that is so wild to me. And I was like, so when I hear about anyone, I'm like, how can you fuck or have any type of relations with a friend's like parent, or not even parent, but like any type of like, it's like your friend coming home and be like, yeah, I'm dating your uncle or something like.
The only
No
time
matter
I
what,
would say
it's
that
weird.
it's acceptable is like when this girl on TikTok was talking about how her high school bully was tormenting her when she was in high school, and then her last year of high school she had a glow up and she met that girl's father and she started sleeping with him and married him.
Or like that one girl who was like,
She
he
did.
cheated on me, so I fucked his mom.
She showed
mm-hmm.
the pictures of her high school of the bully, and then she showed a picture of her husband. They be on TikTok doing couple videos and everything. To this day, his daughter still don't talk to him or her. But she was bullying the girl in high school. And I was like, well,
What you get, bitch?
I mean, she was of age when she met him, but he was in his 40s and she was like 19, 20. She had left high school, got ready to leave high school by then. And then she ran into him. She realized it was her high school bully's dad.
And she was
They
on the
started
mission ever
dating.
since.
I was like, well, maybe you should have left that girl alone because Karma's a
And
bitch.
now you her kid's step grandma.
Yep, and that man be tricking off on her all the time. And she says she purposely posts shit so his daughter can see.
So she can see.
It's fucked up, bro. I think
I just saw this tweet that said, I often daydream about winning the Powerball and buying the licensing rights to Friends just to edit out the laugh tracks and then releasing it back to the public for free so everyone can finally understand how unfucking funny that show is.
it's fucked up.
The show was funny.
I
I
mean, to
liked
each
it.
their own.
It wasn't funnier than Living Single, but it was funny.
Yeah. It could be worse, but I have definitely seen better.
We gotta fuck up the night. We gotta fuck up the night. Mm-mm. All right. I has no more mess. It is all gone.
No! We'll make more
Order
mess. Don, let's
this.
start
Order
beefing.
Wow.
Boy,
this.
what the hell?
Grandma.
Now let's start beefing.
Not let's start beefing.
Start beefing right now. Let's create our own mess right here, right now.
Hold on. Okay. I can go for a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna shut it down. It says here are some of the most relatable and funny tweets from this past week. Somebody on Twitter named Remain Real Main Feeling said, apartments show you 44 pics of the lobby. Bitch, I ain't living there.
Okay.
What they do? Give me a whole bunch of pictures of a real nice lobby. But you get in that apartment, it's all roach infested and rats. Just a mess.
Pissy yellow carpets.
Another tweet said, I'd rather a man have a felony than a baby mama.
I don't know.
What
I don't know.
with a baby mama, he can get a job.
Fair play.
But a felony, he gonna have a hard time. He gonna be on your couch playing his PS5 that you bought.
But a baby mama is always around the corner.
Okay. I don't know about that. I'd rather he have a baby mama. Because I'd be real nice to her. I would offer to watch her kids. I bake cookies and cakes and pies. And she start being mean, I poison her. You know.
Oh, okay.
Serious.
Simple. You know.
I had the kids come over so he can go on a week vacation.
Right.
And I'll be watching your
Male
kids for a whole
friends. Male friends do not let you vent long. It's straight to the solutions. Yes, that is true. That is true. Because Don be like, I don't need to hear all that. Just tell me what happened.
It depends on how you come in. Like if you be like, oh, tell me how you feel about this. And I have to hear it and I give you what it is. But if you be like, y'all, I got something going on, like, do you want somebody to listen or do you want to hear it and then you want feedback? Because it's the difference.
It's always solutions. I like listening to the mess. Personally.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to hear the mess.
Right.
Especially if he
Give
wasn't
me all
wrong.
the
I'm like,
juice.
yeah, you weren't wrong.
Don would just be like, "Can I get a clip notes, please?"
Give me a synopsis for.
Can I get a crash course Sparks Note
Give
version?
me the clip notes, cause I don't have time. That's IEP.
Yeah, if you send it in messages that I'm not reading all what. You missed me.
Y'all know Don don't like to do too much reading.
Child.
Bullet points,
This
please.
next tweet say my urge to ask why that baby ain't in school when I see kids during the day is unmatched.
Me!
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's how I be.
All the time at work.
I have to agree. Once
Anytime I see a
My
indeed,
small
son not
child
in
at like
class.
night, I'm like, why are you giving this child this sugar this late? Don't they got school in the morning?
Oh, I don't be
Don't they
caring
gotta
if
be
they
in
do.
there
My
early?
child, I don't gotta deal with that shit.
I would load a kid up on sugar just because. Especially if a lady being a bitch to me while I'm working, I pay for the ice cream and give it to him. Like, here's a free one on me. Since I was such a terrible employee for you. It's paid for by me. Don't worry about it. Here you go. I load that shit up with motherfucking gummy worms and all the candy I can think of. Like, yeah, bitch. Take that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn, that nigga bouncing off the walls in the car. Yeah, you don't think of that damn ice cream, bitch. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Unless they sit down. In that case, I have to deal with that child, and that's not a
Oh.
win-win.
Good night, Brandy. Okay, one more. She said, once Indeed say start assessment, I don't even want the job no more.
Period. Can't wait
I
to
have to
call.
agree.
Don't worry about
I
it.
have,
I was
I
playing.
have to agree. Have to agree with that. Because
Especially
then you gotta wait for the interview. You be like, wait, I just did
the
this
assessment.
assessment is assessing whether I'm a good fit for the job. You can talk to me
That's
after I'm
assessing.
hired.
It's assessing whether or not you can get that interview.
Uh-uh. I don't like that. Don't lie to me then.
Okay, that's a
No, don't
waste of
lie
my
to me.
You a
time.
lot of me.
It's a lie. If you telling me that this is assessment to determine your fit for the job, then why are you interviewing me? For what? Why do I need to talk to you? This AI is more proficient than you, is it not?
Maybe they gotta make sure that you look the part.
They lying, Rico.
No, I mean like I'm trying to be shady. Like, ooh, maybe they racist. And they want to make sure.
Mm.
Let's think here. Like, what kind of places would say take this assessment and then also do an interview? Maybe they're racist.
She
Mm.
said maybe they racist.
They're racist.
Unless my name is Keisha or Shandrika or some shit like that, it ain't racist because they don't know who I am by my name. My last name has Irish origins. And my first name is a very basic, common name for any American female. So I could be anybody when I have my name on that paper.
Hell, my name is the one you need to be worried about on the
They're
resume.
like, wait, we don't know what this
Now,
one is.
my name, me, Don, and Gerard are not lucky.
I mean, my name is
I think
pretty
Don can
split
get
down the
away.
middle.
Well, it ain't many white dudes I know that's named after Don. So
Yeah,
All I gotta do is mark white.
I mean, maybe he can use his middle name or something.
No, I can't use my middle name.
It's worse.
Demarion.
Oh Lord,
oh Lord.
No, I can't use my
red
middle name. I can
flag,
use my
baby.
first
That's a red
name.
flag. That's a red flag right there, honey.
I can use my first name, but not my middle
They'll
name.
be like smoke signal. There's a Negro trying to apply for the job.
Now they're gonna see my
Okay,
name and be like, can he speak English though?
I can't.
It's common, but it's only common amongst us.
True.
I never
I
met a white
mean,
dude named Antoine.
No, it
I
ain't
mean,
many white people.
when he go in, just be like, no, it's Jared.
Yeah, you can't go by Jared.
Hell no, that's really not.
It's Jared.
Gerard is Gerard. He stands by his name.
Fuck that.
Gerard. Gerard to Jared. That's funny.
Kill me. Is it Jared? No, no, man, it's not. Well, that's how I spell. It's
Absolutely.
not.
It's Jer.
So they had confessions on Twitter about something they did that was made up, but it sounds made
Oh,
up, but it's a true story. I think I read this one before, but I didn't finish it.
Damn.
Yeah, I read all of these. I read all of these. I don't got no more. I
I
got no
saw
more, man.
someone. They did like a thing on Twitter where they were like, share like your like, most mundane interaction with a celebrity. And someone was like, Raven Simone came into my coffee shop and asked for an iced mocha. She uh, took a sip of it, looked at it, asked me if it had coffee in it, and when I said yes, she gave it back to me and said if she could have her chocolate milk.
Um, I told y'all this. I saw Waka Flock in the mall, and I did not know it was him.
That's what Tony Hawk has to deal with.
I was like, it was more like an insult. I was like, this nigga think he Waka Flocka. It was him. It was definitely him. I forgot where I was at.
When the news broke that Shakira was going to jail, someone was like, "Why is Waka Waka going to jail?" And someone replied and said, "I thought you meant Waka Flocka." And I was like, "Damn, they got him again."
Oh my god.
What is Waka
Alright,
Flocka
bitch.
doing?
Taking care of his daughter.
Good for him.
Eh,
Flo
you
Rida could
keep
never.
you keep
Trying
breaking
to get
up with
his wife back.
Tammy. Tammy don't want to be with him now. She's single. And
He
her
tired of
daughter
her
was
sick.
like, her daughter like, you keep breaking up with him, so
Hmm. Her daughter
I
getting broke,
was
especially
cracking
these
up.
days.
I was like, well, you do keep breaking up with him, so she can't really be mad.
You bitch.
You sneaky
How do they
bitch.
mispronounce your name? Like your name is pretty easy to
Let me guess.
pronounce.
They say Alaya or something.
Why would you say it like that?
Because they're
They be
Caucasian.
tripping.
That's so weird.
Elliot, confirm or deny? Do they call you Alaya? Is that the mispronunciation that they go with? Because my name gets mispronounced all the fucking time.
Mm.
Because I
Oh
remember I
man,
was called Federico at one point. Someone thought that's what my name was pronounced like.
For Derek.
Federico.
What the fuck?
I'm like, bitch, that sounds like Frangelico.
okay, it did say.
There was this
I
one
want to
substitute teacher
answer.
who was doing roll call and they called me Federico.
Please.
I was like,
Be
where did you
fucking
get
for
that
real.
Oh,
from?
she
I was like, oh,
said,
quite no.
"Bingo, Rico. The people of the Caucasus and Latino, and some that are ethnically ambiguous, call me a liar
Well, they're
I'm not a
fucking lying.
liar.
about your own name."
Oh my god, that's like the college I got my degree from. They
That's how
misspelled my
everybody.
name on my degree.
Oh,
I tried to get it changed, and they were like, "Do you have legal documentation to prove that we made a mistake?" I'm like, "Y'all just added an extra R where there did not need to be. Like, I
the
don't know
biggest
what's the difficult about
me about the patient and just wanted to document my name so they can have proof that they talked to somebody from the VA. And I told them my name. They repeated it back correctly. And she was like, "Well, Gerard, how do you spell your name?" I told her how to spell it. She was like, "That's not how you spell it." I said, "Excuse you?"
Oh shit!
She was like, "Sir, I don't appreciate that." And I forgot I was working. I said, "How the fuck are you gonna tell me how to spell my name that my mother gave me as a child?" She was like, "Well, sir, that's not how you spell it." I said, just because you don't think that's how it's spelled, I'm telling you how it's spelled. Write it down how I'm telling you how to write it down.
Sorry.
Gerard said, "Excuse me, bitch. I will punch that bitch."
I forgot I'm at work.
He said, "Write my name how I told you to write my fucking
My
name."
supervisor called me so damn quick. He was like, "Gerard, I understand you first, and you can't be cussing nobody out on the phone like that." I'm like, "Jason, what are you?" "Oh, my bad. My bad." He's like, "You forgot where you were?" I said, "Yeah, I did, because my name is a trigger, and then I already get pet peeves when I tell you how to pronounce it, and then you purposely pronounce it wrong, and then I'm telling you how it's spelled, and your response to me goes, 'That's not how you spell that.'" Most responses I get, "Well, that's different. That's a unique way to spell it. I like that." She went, "That's not how you spell that." The fuck you mean?
I just asked her. I'm like, "What's your name, Susan?"
I'm like, "Look,
Karen.
Just do your fucking job."
Is it Patricia?
That woman's name was Kate.
Oh, did she spell hers with a Z? With an X? She spelled it Zadie, but it's pronounced Katie. Is that how she spell it? Or is it Katee? KT? That's how I would spell her name. Or spell it like cat.
Man,
Or if she wants to be a spicy white woman, she can do KHAYTIE.
Oh, there you go. Literally spell it out. Just spell it like this. How you can just be like, "Okay, so what's your name then?" I'm obviously my name is spelled wrong. Microaggression. But obviously my name is spelled wrong. So how do you spell your name? Oh, my name is so easy. It's Katie. Oh, so it's CAYTEAKT. Is that how you spell it? No. Well, that's how it sounds. That's the way it's supposed to be spelled. Right. You spell your name wrong. You spell it wrong. How does that sound? That feel good? Does it feel good? Did somebody tell you your name spelled wrong, bitch?
You pasty bitch.
I ain't never got called by my supervisor so goddamn fast. Because he's straight. And this is my department. You be like, "Gerard, you want to talk?" I said, "No, why? What's the matter?"
This ain't no therapy session. Why do you talk to you
first? Back from your last phone call. I understand you frustrated, but you can't be coming at people like this. What you? Oh, that phone call. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's all I'm get is in my bag because that's a trigger for me. I was professional through the entire phone conversation until she told me that's not how I spell my name. I'm like, that's like you telling me how to spell your name, and I'm telling you that's not that's not how you spell that.
Or you add unnecessary Y in the middle of it.
And I know somebody named Jason who spelled theirs with an I in it.
But that ain't how you spell it.
Never corrected that man, nor his mom for that matter.
That's the way she spelled the man's name.
Exactly.
Fuck that bitch.
But then and it was funny because she called back and she had talked to my supervisor, and then she was up like, "Yeah, I just had a very unprofessional experience with one of your coworkers, like one of your employees within your call center." And she was like, "Well, which employee was it?" And she said his name was Gerard. And she said, "Okay, well, this is a first." I'm like, I normally get phone calls we get about Gerard are actually upset, but what was the problem? She was like, "Yeah." She was like, and the conversation went fine, and then I asked him how to spell his name. And when he told me how to spell it, I told him that's not how you spell it. She was like, "Well, the reaction you got for him was justified. How do you tell somebody how they spell their name is incorrect?"
Just like a white woman.
I'm like, you don't do that. And I remember her name was Nicole. The woman's name was Nicole. And then my supervisor asked her. She was like, well, my name is Nicole. So she said, oh, so you spell it with the hoe?
No.
Not with the hoe.
Not with the hoe.
She was like, no.
That's why our Nicole is Nicole without the hoe.
Right.
She's like, well, actually spelling with the H is the correct way. No, it's not. Oh, now you see how my employee felt when you told him how to spell his name.
Well,
she was like, well, I feel he should be reprimanded for how he talks. She said, that's not going to happen. So I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen.
Too bad, so sad.
I'm like, we have the tape of the conversation. We know how he spells his name. So for you to call my phone and waste 15 minutes of my day with this is ridiculous. I'm going to end this phone call and you have a nice day. Yeah, but that shit was hilarious. They're like, yo, Gerard, we need to talk. What's the matter? So you want to talk about that last phone call you had? What? Oh, that one, yeah. My fault.
Just cuss the lady out. On tape, Jared. It was on tape.
My fault. He's like, dude, you know our conversations are recorded, right? Very aware of that.
But you lost your cool, man.
He was like, but you can't
come over here. And I'll do it again. Bop, bop.
I'm like, I'm telling you right now, that's a trigger for me.
Well, now y'all know y'all can't call him Jared no more.
I say y'all don't understand. People mispronouncing my first name and my last name wrong since I was a child.
He is very upset. He was like, "It's your fault," and I was like,
and then he was like, Gerard, she said, Gerard, it can't be that bad. I said, my middle school teacher called me Jared SeaWorld.
That's so fucked up.
I'm talking to him on the phone. I can see the confusion on his face, and I'm not even looking at him. He was like, SeaWorld. That's too many letters. Like, yeah, you're tracking me now.
That's messed up.
He was just like, oh, okay, all right. He's like, okay, I understand. I'm just saying, I'm like, trigger. But it's a trigger. I've been called Jared, Jareed, Jerode.
Not Jareed.
I'm just like, you taking away letters and you're adding letters that aren't there. I'm like, and then what really makes me upset is when I'm telling you how to pronounce it. I write it down and you go, oh, okay, I got it. And then you look me dead in my face 10 minutes later and you still say my shit wrong.
He's starting as fuck.
Like, I love Miss O'Brisky.
No.
But she always mispronounced my last name. She always called me Sewell.
Who did?
Miss O'Brisky.
Oh, shit.
I've told her several times. So our junior year, she was like, Gerard. And she just went, oh, no. And I'm like, Miss O'Brisky, what's the problem? She was like, I just realized, were you in my class or your freshman year? I said, I was. She was like, so you just going to let me mispronounce your name wrong for 3 years? I'm like, Miss O'Brisky, I told you multiple times how to pronounce it right. And you would say it back to me right twice, and then class would go, and you would call me by my last name again, and you would say it wrong. I just said, forget it, just how to correct it. And then you stopped calling me by my last name, and you would pronounce my first name right, so I wouldn't get mad.
No, I didn't do that. I was in school. I was always called Eeps. My last name is very easy to pronounce, but I would always get called Eeps, and then I would correct them. And one teacher always told me, well, you don't have to be rude. I'm like, you're the one who's rude by mispronouncing my name on purpose. Her name, her last name was Greek. And she would sound her name out every syllable. And she would not let us continue to speak to her without pronouncing her name right. So she would call me Eeps, and I would just not answer her. She would get in my face, Tiffany, I'm speaking to you. Now I know you talking to me because my last name ain't no fucking Eeps. That's not my name.
When my teacher
I'm not going to answer you if you don't know my name.
I walked out of class.
Well, I know your name. I'm saying it right. No, the fuck you ain't. You not saying it right. You not. You want me to pronounce your name right? I got all the fucking syllables and goddamn sounded it out. We got hooked on phonics for your fucking name, but you can't take the time to say my name right. It's only 4 letters, bitch.
Not hooked
What's
on
wrong with
phonics.
you? No. No, no, no. No. I ignore the shit out of her ass. Just be sitting there.
Yeah, that was because I remember I got on Miss Contaguta about that shit. I'm up there like,
Her name was Conjaguta.
I said, now you're mispronouncing my last name. You told us the correct pronunciation of your first name once, and I've been saying it right ever since.
Her name was Contagunta.
Oh my, your last name is Contagunta. She said that's correct. I said, but you can't say
Contagunta. Oh my
That
god,
was
that
her
is
name,
so
child.
unserious.
Contagunta.
She was
But you can't be serious.
Indian.
I don't remember if she was Palestinian or Indian.
I think she might have been Palestinian.
It don't matter. All I remember is she was a very short lady.
Mm-hmm.
She had a bob haircut. It was a fuck ass bob haircut at that.
I was just about to say that.
She was. And she had
Fucking Bob.
she always had fucking chalk all over her hands. It was on her hands. It'd be on the front of her dress.
Because when she erased the board, she used her damn hand. Hold the eraser right there. Use your hand to erase the goddamn board.
And she was never tall enough to finish erasing the board. One of the boys would have to get up and erase it. She's standing there wiping it off with her hand. She pointed a little stubby ass finger at you, and it's got chalk all over it.
I remember one time she asked me to erase the board. I told her not to say my name right.
She couldn't really say nobody's name right, and she'd be talking so fast that her accent would come out, so it was hard to hear her. I just failed her class because I didn't learn shit, so I'm just gonna fail.
I passed her class. We got to Mr. Zebo. I told you flat out. I said, you have no idea how happy I am that you're my math teacher right now. He said, Gerard, what are you talking about? I said, I had Miss Contagunta and Mr. May my freshman and sophomore year. He said, well, Gerard, we're not going to talk about them. I'm not going to let you talk about my coworkers like that in my class. I said, really, Mr. Zebo? The moment I said their names, your eyebrows went up, which says everything to me.
Them was good days, though. As fucked up as they were.
I'm like, the look of concern on your face.
I'd go back to being in high school in a minute.
I'm like, the look of concern on your face when I told you they were my math teachers, and the realization of how you realize how quick I'm catching on to what you're telling me, knowing I had them first, all I needed to know right there. They're horrible teachers.
I don't think Miss K should have been able to teach at all because she didn't have the language skills to do it.
No, it was the language barrier was there. And then Mr. May didn't give a shit. He worksheet, write the problem on the board. There's your example. Finish the worksheet before class, before the bell ring. Oh, Mr. May, you're not going to explain how you got that on that board.
I like Mr. May class because he would stand up there, tell you how he got that problem, and then he would go, "These are all the problems is in the worksheet. Just get the work done."
He didn't tell me a goddamn thing. It's probably because he used to teach at East High, and he had my brother as a student his freshman year.
Well,
and he pegged me to be like Anthony. In that case, he should have, because he was a dick.
I used to take naps in his class, and I snored, child.
I was like, Mr. May, you not going to explain how you got that? He's like, Gerard, I did. It's on the board. It's on the board, but you not giving us, you not telling us how you came with that answer. You just wrote the problem down, put the answer up there, and you just say, there's the example. That's not a good example. Gerard, it's on the board. How did you get that answer? He said, what do you mean? I had to frustrate him one day to make him break the shit down. I said, see, now I know how you got the answer.
You sound like a teacher. Show me your work.
And then I told him that one day. I said, Mr. May, show the work. Like, I'm the teacher. I said, in this instance, you're not showing me your work.
I used to go to sleep in Mr. May class.
I'm like, you want me to do this worksheet, but I don't know how to do the problem because you're not showing me your work and how you got the answer.
I didn't give a shit. I just get it off one of the people next to me, and I go to sleep.
And fuck that, because everybody.
That's how I used to do in my sophomore year.
No, because I snored, so I couldn't go to sleep in nobody else's class. But Mr. May didn't care as long as your work was done. They be like, Tiffany, you was snoring. I'm like, was you still able to talk when you was in there? Yeah, we was talking. We was talking about you snoring. I'm glad I was able to help you have a conversation because I got me a good nap for 40 minutes in Mr. May class. I so appreciate it.
Like I hated that shit. Now we got to Mr. Z, bro. I was. Oh my god. Get up there doing the work. He break it down for you. Give you step by step instructions. Didn't even show you the shortcut.
Man, I ain't going to miss. I hated that.
But then
Because it was math. I
we
didn't
get
like
mad
it.
at me because I'm doing the shortcut. Like drop. The answer is correct, but you know you gotta go back, right? I'm like, why would you put that up there? Then? He's like, it's not the point. Technically, it is because you do realize half the class did the shortcut, right?
You ignorant.
No, they didn't. I'm like, I turned around. How many of y'all actually did the step by step for half for the worksheet? They was like, we did the shortcut. He told us the shortcut. He was like, we just gonna not show y'all the shortcut. I'm like, I already wrote it down.
You shouldn't have told him you were doing the shortcut, dummy. Your fault.
I would still show my work. I would do the shortcut to get the answer and then just do the step by step thing.
I didn't fucking like math, so I cut Mr. Zebo's class.
Fuck math.
I still don't like it because I don't use no. You don't use no damn Greek letters to do no math while you out in the real world. Tell me when you gonna do that shit.
When was the last time any of us used y equals mx plus b?
Yesterday.
True.
You don't count, Don. Who here still remembers what the fuck a parabola is and what is their use?
I'm just kind of glad I didn't go to high school in this era.
Oh my god.
Of high school. I'm glad about that.
Me too.
Because these motherfuckers crazy.
These motherfuckers ain't stopping.
No, they crazy. Like everything is on social media. Everything.
Yeah, true.
And the shit that happened to me when I was in high school, viral. I would have went viral. The tissue paper thing.
Yeah.
Oh, when I slipped on the bus. Nobody was on the bus. No, I was on the bus. I was taking my brother to school. I'm gonna tell this and then I'm gonna go. I was taking my little brother to school. I had to take him to school every morning, and I would catch the bus and go home because I didn't have to start school until later that afternoon because I only had one class. So I would get up in the morning, take him to school, and then I would go back home. This particular morning, I got my brother up. I got on the bus with him, and we were sitting down. Now, I had on some jeans. It was pretty tight, and I had on some Chucks, and they were brand new, so they didn't really have much traction. It was raining outside. So I sat in the back of the bus, in the middle seat in the back of the bus. There ain't no bars back there. It's just a long bus row, and I was sitting in the middle. The bus driver hit the brakes real hard, and my ass slid from the back of the bus to the middle where the steps are to get up to the back of the bus. My little brother was fucking rolling. My ass slid all the way down there. And I was like, I just started cracking up laughing. My brother was like, Tiffany, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm all right. The bus driver said, ma'am, you all right? I'm like, dude, I'm all right. My ass wet, but I'm okay. He said, what happened? I was like, you hit the fucking brakes and my ass flew forward. And my brother Kevin was like, well, Tiffany, you big, so how you slide like that? I was like, my shoes don't have no traction. So there was nothing to stop me from going forward momentum-wise. I'm like, you don't understand when you take math and science, physics more specifically, forward momentum is continuous. It will continue to happen. Something has to stop it.
You hit some type of
unmovable object
to cause you to stop.
I'm like, the only reason why I stopped sliding because I grabbed the bars to hold on to on the side, and I was dying. I just sat in like one of the seats next to the door. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna sit back there no more.
Right. The whole time was, whoa, I'm sliding.
He was like, do your butt hurt? because you hit the floor pretty hard. I was like, no.
I
I was like, no, it don't hurt. He was like, next time you can't wear them tight ass pants trying to be cute. You almost busted your shit on the damn bus.
Transform.
I
I was
was
like,
like, you got
fuck
one more
you.
joke.
These pants fire. Fuck you. Shit, I was
Right.
doing.
Why are you mad that you were a bad bitch? Like,
He could not wait
respect the
to
drip.
tell my father. He got in the car with my dad. I was at home because I only had to go to class once a day when I was at during that time. And he got in the car with my dad. My dad called me on his car phone and was like, "Your big ass fell on the bus today." I'm like,
Oh
"Daddy,
my God.
please." How did your ass fall on the bus today? Was it forwards? I said no. I did not face plant on the fucking bus. He was like, look, now you can't be out here busting your ass. You understand? What happened? Are you okay? I'm like, Daddy, it
What?
was at 9 o'clock this morning. What do you mean? Yes. I slid on the bus. He said, you slid? You slid on the bus? I said, all that happened was I was sitting in the chair, bus driver hit the brakes, and I slid forward. Only thing that happened is I hurt my butt a little bit, but other than that, that was it. He was like, your ass can't be sliding like that. Why was you sliding? What kind of shoes did you have on? I said, I had on my Converses, my Chuck Taylors. He was like, oh no, baby. Oh, that's why as kids we stopped playing basketball in them. You can't play basketball in them, you bust your ass. I said, Daddy, please. I'm like, who told you? He said, Kevin told me you busted your ass this morning. I said, Kevin, we supposed to be cool, bro. You're not supposed to tell everybody. It was funny. I'm gonna tell Mom. By the time we got home, everybody in my house knew that I fell on the bus.
They be your own
On that
people.
note,
But she survived.
I'm gonna laugh. It's embarrassing shit, but everybody
She
has
is still
embarrassing shit.
breathing because you can't keep my sister down. She got back up and she will continue to rise. Amen.
I can't. I'm gonna go.
Hallelujah.
Y'all go and listen. He's a fucking asshole. Go listen to Down for the Count. Don's final episode of the full arc of WrestleMania 22 is up. It's doing pretty good, so you should go listen to it. I edited that one down some more, so it's good. But go listen to that last episode of WrestleMania 22's Doubling Back with Don. And then I just put up our most recent episode where we talked about Soraya coming back. We talked about Extreme Rules and who we think is going to win and who's going to lose. We talked about a bunch of other stuff. They even talked about cats, child. I don't like cats. Fuck them cats. Y'all
Well, the
make sure
cats
y'all
don't like you either.
fuck them cats. Shit, they evil. Go over to We Love Wrestling and go watch his latest Women on Wednesday. He also has a couple interviews with some black indie wrestlers you should go check out. You can go on AT2's page and go look at his YouTube. He's got 25K subscribers now. Okay. And he do. Got 25K. And he's steadily climbing, and he talks about all the stuff. He talked about Big Brother. They just had the winner for Big Brother announced. He talked about that. He talked about that pastor that got his ass whooped in his church. That's trying to capitalize off of that bullshit ass fame. Tried to fight DL Hughley. He just choked the lady out in his church. It's a bunch of mess with that, honey. He talk about all of the mess, and he talk about all of the reality shows. So, Married to Medicine. He talks about Real Housewives of Dubai, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He talks about 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight. He covers all of that stuff, including the YouTube drama. Now, I don't know if he covered the YouTube drama with the Try Guys yet. He definitely should, because that'll definitely get him some traction. Because, child, that Try Guys shit is a mess. And they say this like the first time he been a hoe. They say Ned been a hoe for a minute.
Damn.
They calling him a creep, to be more specific. I'm gonna see if he gonna cover it. He better give me some of that money he gonna make off this video too. I'm not playing. I got bills. Okay, he got 25K. I'm still trying to get to 1,000. All right. Now, y'all make sure y'all follow the podcast, and you can follow me. And like I said, Donnie's on the last couple of episodes of the Down for the Count podcast with his doubling back segment. I'm going to get with him this month coming, which is now, it's October. So he's going to have 2 segments this month. So Donnie, get your shit together. Okay?
Oh, child. The way ECW is going, it is not going to be long because I'm not watching all other shit. It is too unhinged for me. I ain't got the focus.
I tried to tell you.
That shit is
Now,
too wild.
We're going to do 2 doubling back segments with Don. I'm going to go back and do the Fashion Files. I have to edit our Fashion Files episode. I have to get that edited. And we got Alexis's Witchcraft 101 episode that has to go up too. So, it's October. It's October. We're going to be doing Nerd Corner this month, and we're going to do horror-themed episodes for that. So, that's coming. We got a lot coming. I'm going to make sure I get the stuff out with Donnie and Rico for sure. And we get the rest of the stuff out this month. Then we go on hiatus in November. But I won't take a break from Donnie's doubling back unless he needs to. It's totally up to him. That's probably going to be the only content coming out of Down for the Count for till January. We usually take a break after Survivor Series. So, with all that being said, I'll see you guys in my next one, which will probably be Monday, because I don't feel like going live tomorrow. I don't want to. I'm tired. So I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.